New games are released every day, and new headlines break each week. But E3 is a celebration like no other. Developers are given one of the industry's biggest stages to show their stuff, at live conferences where anything can happen, and behind-the-scenes previews we'll be talking about for months. The show floor comes alive with fans racing to get their hands on exclusive demos and media trying to crown the best of the best. It's the most exciting time of the year, and it doesn't matter what announcements get spoiled or what information gets leaked. Nothing compares to being together when each game is finally revealed, or we get our hands on them for the first time. So, allies, if you're not busy for the next 6 days, join us for our extended coverage of E3 2018.
Hello and welcome to the Easy Allies E3 EA pre-show. I'm Kyle Bossman, I'm joined by Daniel Bloodwood.
Hey.
Michael here, Bradley Ellis, Ian, Damiani is behind the scenes. He's there. He's there.
Salad Mike.
He's there. We're going to talk about EA for the next hour.
I'm picking up the audio through both desktop and XSplit right now.
Okay.
We're gonna have kinks.
Yeah, we're working on some kinks.
Gotta get it perfect.
And in the meantime, everyone, we have an hour to talk about EA. However, I want to burn some of that hour talking about things that are unrelated to EA. Because over the last 4 days, some huge games were announced, and I just feel like E3 is going to end without us even talking about these games. And so I want to talk about those games that might get lost in the shuffle.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's start with Twin Mirror, because I know Huber is really excited about this.
Twin Mirror.
What is Twin Mirror, Huber?
Twin Mirror is from Don't Nod Entertainment.
Who's that?
So they did Remember Me, Life is Strange, and Vampire.
Yes.
Now there's another game they're doing. They also have Life is Strange 2 in the works.
Yeah.
I thought this was it.
Yeah.
I was so confused.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not Life is Strange 2.
No,
So this is separate.
from Bandai Namco Publishing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whole other project.
So the story is you return home to West Virginia after a bad breakup.
Oh.
Heavy like
Love
part
a story that starts with a bad break.
Yeah. Like a heavy focus is
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
good movie.
Okay.
I like it.
Start there.
Does it hold up?
Yes.
Okay. So there's a bad breakup. You're going home to West Virginia, and you have some friends or whatever. Things go down. You wake up the next morning in a hotel room with your shirt off, covered in blood.
Well,
That's the premise.
Yeah, it's called a psychological thriller. They
Psychological
call it a
thriller.
psychological thriller.
Yeah, the housekeeper's knocking on the door, like, "Hey, like, are you in there?"
I mean, that's pretty normal.
And he's like, "Whoa!" He goes like, "What is happening?" And there's like blood everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's an adventure style game, probably like Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Sure. So
They said investigations. You'll be doing investigations. Do some Batman stuff.
and like all about the relationships with your friends and the townspeople, and that will change the way the game goes. So
that game is coming out in 2019.
yeah.
Boom.
And they opened up. Don't Not opened up like another small studio, and I think that's for this game.
Yes.
Because visually it looks a little lower budget compared to like even Life is Strange.
I would say audibly it sounds a little low budget too.
Yeah. So,
wow.
But I'm still into it.
It's still like an interesting game, like a concept we don't see in every other game. Cool. Dead or Alive 6 was announced.
Yeah.
Was that just yesterday? That was just yesterday. Dead or Alive 6 popped up out of nowhere, not even rumored, right? Blood, did you watch that trailer?
Yeah, I only saw it on my phone real quick, but yeah, that game surprisingly fast, I think.
Surprisingly fast.
Like I don't think of Dead or Alive being that fast. It was a really quick trailer, and a lot of focus on Ryu Hayabusa.
Yes,
Dude, I saw a screenshot of just Ryu, and I was like, oh, Ninja Gaiden?
Yeah.
And instead I was like, oh, okay.
I feel with
So
that
cool,
much
but okay.
emphasis, like, come on, you gotta be bringing Ninja Gaiden. You gotta be teasing that right now.
I'd say the coolest part of the trailer is he gets knocked backwards. It is Ryu, and there's like a trash can full of fire, and he reaches back into the trash can and then throws the fire at his opponent. A barrel. It's a barrel full of fire. The only interesting thing to me about it is, so we had 6 characters in that thing. There's Fatal Rush and Break Gauge, and basically those are described as simple inputs for casual players. I think that's probably exactly what Tekken 7 just did. Remember, Tekken 7's just press
so
R2
you could combo with like one button, like square, square, square.
Yeah,
do a full
or like
combo.
to like do your super. You would just you would just pull the trigger and then you would just do a super move.
Does it do less damage if you do it the easy way, maybe?
No way.
I don't think so.
Tekken? No, but you are a scrub if you're pressing R2. Basically, I guess it's the
Your
wrong thing
opponent
to
will
do.
know.
Yes, they'll know.
Like an R2 flashes on the screen.
To them, yes, they see the R2.
Stupid R2.
It's literally telegraphed. They get like a little ticker tape come out of their console.
Yeah, and they know. But the thing is, I think that it's a good way to go for that franchise. They saw Tekken 7 a huge success. Tekken 7 kind of leaned into that simplicity and saw a reward for it. I think so. Yeah, Dead or Alive 6 could work. I don't think it'll work as well as Tekken. Tetris Effect was announced this week.
What are your thoughts?
I'm pretty pumped on Tetris Effect.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, you know, like it is. Sorry, Damiani's showing us some things. So Tetris Effect, if I could describe it, is a visually stimulating Tetris game.
Okay.
And Tetris is not normally a visually stimulating game. Yeah. And so yeah.
Is it like Tetris Sphere?
No, it is straight up Tetris, blood. It's just Tetris blocks out in space, out in your own mind.
Is it VR?
It is VR compatible as well. It's a PS4 exclusive
That seems
game.
really fun to me.
Come at you or something, or is it just falling?
They just hang, but the visuals kind of come at you and you hang inside of them.
Yeah. There were a lot of weird, like Damiani's showing it, a lot of weird things floating around.
Particles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Particle
Damiani's so
effects.
pro.
Yeah.
Thank you for throwing this up.
A lot of things floating around.
Yeah, there's like jellyfish and stuff here.
So far, I'm like, where's the Tetris?
Exactly. When I was watching the trailer, I was like, wait, how do you play?
Yeah, you don't see the you see it at the very end of this trailer, but like the screenshots sell it. For some reason, they put screenshots out that like, oh, there's a high score, there is a hold piece and things like
This
that.
is like Led Zeppelin night at the planetarium or something.
Right.
That is
Floyd.
the right
Yeah, Pink
comparison.
Floyd. Yeah.
Dark Side of the Moon.
But so
Yeah.
it's like this stuff going on around like a Tetris square, basically.
Yeah, so just imagine a normal Tetris game happening right in the middle of that.
Yeah,
is what
it'll
you should
show it.
imagine.
It'll show it at the end.
So the live chat will correct me. The person from Rez, Mizuguchi, is that correct? Yeah. Nice.
Boom.
I got it. That's the person behind this, blood,
There he is.
on the team. Cool. So we're moving on, Damiani. And a game was just announced just today called Ghost Giant, and I just want to watch that trailer for like 4 seconds. It looks really interesting. This is a PSVR game from Zoink Games, who just did Fe or Fia, if
Okay,
Damiani is
Fia,
talking
yeah.
about it. Yep.
Fia.
Flipping Death, they did that too. And so this just like Sony's been announcing a game every day or release date or some sort of little tidbit, and so this is their one today. To me, this just looks like a neat looking game. We're pulling it up at the moment. There it is.
VR.
Look at our little outline.
You feel sad and lonely.
Oh,
Oh my
man.
gosh.
That's just where you start.
Aw.
Okay.
What is that, like a fox, a raccoon?
Friendship may
come.
come.
No guarantees. Oh.
That's us.
Oh, we're
Hello.
a ghost giant.
Yeah, we're the
Hello.
Ghost Giant.
I'm starting
okay.
It's all becoming clear now.
This looks awesome.
Wait for it, dude.
Moss vibes.
Like at this point, I almost clicked out. I was like, then I'm like, okay, we're going somewhere.
I like that design.
And then look at this
Dude,
town.
yeah.
Yes. And then I'm like, okay, that is an interesting looking game.
Wow.
Oh, fixing it.
Yeah.
Isn't this a cool world?
Ghosts.
To me, this is almost unwise to keep out of your press
Yeah,
conference.
what are you doing?
Like, this is such a good balancer for a press conference. You just put it in
Yeah.
between two heavy hitters.
Who knows, man? Maybe they've got like
Yeah, let's
six
just
of
choose to
these.
believe.
They got six
Yeah.
cuties?
Yeah.
Okay,
They got
they might have
six
six cuties
They're
later
like,
on this
Ghost
week.
Giant, not cute enough.
Shadow drop that.
Yes.
Go.
Yeah, I don't have a date on that, Huber. Sorry, I didn't write anything down. I'm not sure when that's coming out. One last game I want to talk about that was announced this week before we move on to our EA pre-show officially. Hitman 2. Just announced this week. Boom. There it is. That is coming to PS4, PlayStation, or PC, Xbox One. IO Interactive is still making the Hitman games. WB Games is publishing it, and that's the new publisher. Square Enix dropped them, but said, hey, you can keep the franchise, and they said, okay, we'll find a new home. They did with WB Games.
But I'm guessing that WB is probably doing the same kind of thing that they've done with, say CD Projekt Red, where they're distributing, but they really don't have that much of the rights over it.
Hands off.
Yeah.
IO Interactive still owns Hitman. You're suggesting? I bet that's right, Blood. I agree.
Well, because they bought it off of Square, right? The rights.
IO Interactive. No, they just gave it to them.
They gave it to them.
Square let them keep
They
it.
gave them the IP?
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
Yep.
Hubert tells me this is not going to be chapters, that the entire game will be there, right there on November 13th when this game comes out.
Right from the get-go.
Makes me very curious about how that last Hitman game went down. Whether how much of it was their idea and how much of it was Square's idea.
Oh, if Square was like, break it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The episodic didn't bother me at all, but there were like gaps in between where like coming back, it kind of messed up the flow of the story and kind of what I was doing as Hitman. So I think, especially the way the Hitman reboot ends, and now with the premise of Hitman 2, I'm ready to just go all the way.
How's it end? How's the
I don't
reboot
want to
end?
spoil anything, but like you're like hunting someone down.
Surprise.
So
Well, here's the weirdest thing is we're talking about this stuff with IO Interactive, like Square Enix saying we don't want you anymore. That was just a year ago.
yeah.
That was just 1 year ago, and then they have Hitman 2 a year later. It's coming out this November. That's crazy.
They're ready.
That is a turnaround.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think a lot of it, it's one of those things where they had to get that, all of their engine and everything they wanted to do right, and now it's like, okay, let's build this out. And
It
I
did
also
take them a while to get the engine. I think they even said so.
I wonder too if the like elusive targets will come back, because that was a really cool thing, and that kind of lent itself to the episodicness of it all. It would like release an episode, and then you would kind of just like devour that one episode for a couple months. They would add challenges and the elusive targets.
So you're saying even though it won't be episodic, there'll still be challenges maybe
hope so,
that
yeah.
keep it alive for months and months.
Yeah.
I agree. I think they'd be stupid not to do something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I also think that it's probably a quick turnaround because they need a game. Like, now that they don't have that Square Enix, like, holding them up, like, they just need to release a game, like, get
They gotta
that
pay their
capital
employees.
flowing.
Get some cash.
Yep. Get the cash flow going. Speaking of cash flow, time to talk about Electronic Arts.
So much cash. So much cash.
So in just 44 minutes, we are going to see the EA Play press conference hosted by Andrea Renee.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You know what? I'm looking forward to that. Basically,
She used to work with us, for those of us who didn't.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
back in
Some people
Defy,
don't know, yeah.
the Defy days. I was looking at last year's press conference. It's a lot of Andrew Wilson. It's a lot of him coming out and talking to us.
yeah.
And when it's not him, it's Patrick Soderlund, just another guy just coming out to talk to us. And so, yeah, I have the feeling that if they got Andrea, they not only acknowledge that they were boring last year, but they really want to make it better. Right? Like that to me,
Yeah.
that kind of implies that there's going to be some turnaround. On the other hand, if you look at this countdown right now, it looks exactly the same as
Right.
last year.
Yeah.
And so I want to, before we talk about games in particular, panel, I want to talk about what you expect to be different about the EA Play press conference this year.
Oh, man. Because I don't know that I do expect that much to be different.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
So much of it has just felt very much like it's the same same routine as
Yeah, I expect the sports star to come out, talk
Okay.
for like 10 minutes, who's like never played the game before.
Last year we didn't have sports stars, but we had sports commentators, those two soccer
Oh, it's
guys.
coming back, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
bet.
Those guys last year. They
I
were
expect
fun.
EA to think that it's different, but it just to be not different. Like they're gonna act like it's different, but
Yes.
it's all the same.
I think that's completely fair, yeah. Like here it's just like, the graphic probably is different, the font probably is different, it looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's a World Cup year, so expect a lot of
Big.
FIFA.
Soccer.
So
Yeah. Lot of
here's a
FIFA.
cool thing about the FIFA World Cup. Apparently, it's not its own boxed game this year. Apparently, that's just an update to FIFA.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty awesome.
That is cool.
And so you're right. I do like a
Free
weird,
update or paid
weird game to
update?
start on.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
Baby steps. But yeah, I mean, you're totally right. That might be even what they start with.
Yeah, I could see him opening with.
It's
with
World Cup
FIFA.
time, baby.
World
Yeah.
Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Hype.
THQ stayed home to watch the World Cup.
That's your excuse anyway. Yeah. If you didn't know what that means, publicly THQ sent out a press release just saying, hey, we're not going to E3 this year because we just want to watch the World Cup. Damiani with that clutch B-roll, dude.
It's professional.
He's a pro.
He is.
Well, they also said that
Sleuthing.
Yeah.
the time zone to watch the games like would have them drinking too early, and even for them it was too early to be drinking.
Very cheeky, very cheeky. By the way, I really liked this trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I actually liked the two guys who came out to talk to us last year. I liked the trailer. Like, we have a limited interest in FIFA and Madden, but I think EA tends to present them well.
Yeah.
And so there's at least something to look forward to in managing their marketing.
That story mode. I feel like their story modes are getting better and better with, you know, Madden and FIFA as well.
Alex Hunter.
Yeah, is Alex Hunter going to be the main character again?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's back. He's coming back.
Do you think so? You think it's a trilogy, the Hunter trilogy?
The Hunter trilogy.
They saw that SEO trilogy exactly.
Yes, Brad, I think you're totally right, dude. I think he's going to be back for maybe one more game.
It's going to be about the comeback.
That's what this thing will be back.
I love that campaigns
down in the dumps.
are leaving our Call of Duties and getting more and more advanced in our sports games.
Yeah, you
funny
have like
about
dialogue choices this time.
Yeah. The end of your FIFA career is you just go to the U.S. and play for a team when you're not that good anymore. You just kind of get old. Like that's the way the game escalates. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play for LA Galaxy now. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I expect Madden to continue this guy's story. Yeah, exactly.
Still got to do a full playthrough of this, Kyle.
I would love to.
That'd be so fun.
Is this cheap?
Probably.
Let us know in the comments if Madden is cheap now. I think it'd be really fun to play through that story mode.
Yeah. Long shot.
Long shot.
So into it.
What I do expect to see lots of, I expect heavy emphasis on Anthem. I expect maybe 10 minutes on Anthem.
15.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. Because I think they know we're excited to see it. We are nervous to see it. I think they know we're apprehensive about it.
They're looking across
they know
the
we have a
aisle.
lot to prove.
They're looking across the aisle and they see Destiny 2 bleeding out. So they want to strike.
Right.
When they sense weakness.
I forgot how good this opening looks.
That's EA, baby.
Yeah. I mean, Blood, that's not going to look like that on your
Assassin's Creed
PS4,
right here,
man.
dude.
That's not a...
Just kidding.
Might on my Xbox One X.
Yeah, it might on your Xbox One X. I think that is a PC build, if
Sure.
gameplay at all.
I mean, it said it was.
Is that gameplay right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but like, so was
Prototype.
Watch Dogs, you know?
Yeah,
Like, I
right.
don't know, man.
Hey.
I don't know, this guy looks like a video game.
He does.
Yeah, how's that face?
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Video.
It's a very like crowded environment there.
Yeah.
I hope we see some of that. Like really packed towns. Because you know, the tower in Destiny always feels kind of empty and the social spaces are kind of lacking. Like I want to see a really vibrant social space.
You're right. You just see a robot sweeping once in a while. Yeah.
I anticipate a story trailer again with VO like this.
I would like
at the
some.
very least.
Yeah, some sort of hook, right? Some sort of character to care about. We don't care about that slickback guy. Like, we don't care about anybody in this whole trailer.
What's a slickback?
His hair was slicked back.
The video game.
Oh,
video game
The
guy.
brand manager.
Yeah.
I was like, is that like an offensive term?
It sounds
I
offensive.
was like, slickback. Hey, whoa!
Get out of here, you
Whoa.
slickback!
Pump the brakes, Kyle. What is that?
There.
Slickback hair.
Do the javelins talk at all or no? Are we Titanfall here or
We are not
Does
tight
that
at
how
all.
feet work?
Okay.
Could you put your feet through a solid leg thing like that?
Yeah.
And move it at the bottom?
Yeah, you just point your
The
toes.
shin would have to release.
Just point your toes.
Yeah.
I imagine the pads kind of massage you in.
Sure, yeah, they
just kind
a puking mechanism.
Yes.
Yeah. Or the swallowing mechanism, probably.
So we expect to see more story from Anthem. We're definitely going to see gameplay from Anthem. It has to be different from this, right? It has to be
Right.
different from what they showed last year.
Sure.
How so?
Social space for one.
Yeah.
Well, we're seeing. I forgot that we saw like waypoint markers coming in and out over there, and like there on the left.
Yeah.
I forgot that this was actual quote unquote gameplay last year.
I'm trying to remember. Did they say everything is happening on this one planet here? Or is it multiple?
That I do not know.
Yeah, I want to see some space travel. That'd be crazy.
I almost guarantee we're not going to travel through space.
No?
Expansion.
The entire
sequel.
game is
It's-
on this one planet?
It's because we got flying suits, and on the box art we see our flying suits.
Okay.
I think we never leave this planet.
Okay.
That's my guess.
That's probably a good guess.
But look at how lush this planet is.
Yeah.
You got everything you'd want on one planet.
It looks really good.
This looks too good.
I hope it looks this good.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
like. Will it look this
It's
good?
possible, man. I don't know.
Please look this good.
Anything's. I mean, there's a hefty amount of pop-in happening. Like,
Oh, you're right. Yeah, there's
like
there's
a crazy amount of texture popping
Yeah.
on the
This
ground.
beast.
I always love that, the idea of like really, really powerful enemies that you just stumble across on your way to like a lower level quest. I always love that. Like in World of Warcraft, you know, passing some giant walking just makes the world feel more threatening.
And you'll come back for that later.
Oh my
Yeah, Xenoblade and Final Fantasy 15 both have that kind of going on too.
I love that.
When I said that we're all kind of anxious to look at this, it's because we're scared that EA wants to make a lot of money off of this game in ways other than the $60 you pay to buy it. Though throughout the year, I mean, there was even like a Kotaku report about this team in particular changing the way this game is monetized based off of what happened with Battlefront.
Yeah, well, you look at what Battlefront has done and what Battlefield 5 is doing. So with that information, I can see Anthem going a similar route.
What is that route? What are they doing?
So Battlefield is releasing all of their post-game content for free, they said. They're getting rid of the premium pass. All the add-ons, the new maps will be free. There are two types of currency. There's a grind currency, where you can just like grind it out, do objectives.
Is it called grind?
They like quotations that. They're like, we have a grind currency.
I love how open that is. That's exactly what it is.
Anthem?
No,
For
Battlefield.
The grind currency, you can like earn that in the game and buy stuff with that, or you can pay for the cosmetic currency to buy the cosmetic items that don't impact the game. And I always think that's a safe route to go.
You want your javelin to look good, though, don't you? Yeah, you'll pay up.
Pay for that emo, dude.
So I wonder if Anthem will do something similar.
We see a lot of PvE. Do you think we'll see PvP?
Good question, Kyle.
That would be great. Or a situation where two teams are trying to kill the computer.
Like a team-up thing,
That'd be cool.
Oh,
But then they have to turn against each other, you know?
That's what I was
kinda
thinking. If you have
just
to
what
compete
Destiny
against,
2 announced, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of that multiplayer.
It's Division style.
Destiny 2, would you say they're like bleeding out?
Yeah. Yep, might as well.
We're gonna take your mode, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
A lot of pop-ups. A lot of like Scar ambush, eliminate Scar, Deadlight Caverns, Longfall, Waterfall, whatever.
This is the stuff we love. We love pop-ups.
Yeah, dude,
a lot.
dopamine. Dopamine's flowing right now. I just got that Jara's Wrath.
That's the name of her weapon, right? Hey, bud, I just got a Jara's Wrath.
Oh, and that's what they cut for
It's a
time.
good roll.
Will we see Jara?
No.
Will Jara speak?
Shape of Storm.
Love that lighting.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot how nuts this gets at the end. One last question
Kim.
about this
Oh, yeah,
game.
your friends come in.
Yeah, we had like a highly scripted dialogue between our friends throughout this.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Do we expect that again?
I hope not.
Probably.
They shouldn't, but they probably will.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say they shouldn't, but they probably will. Is the right choice there. It's cool. These monsters are running away. Like we could kill them, but we die in the storm.
Yeah.
I do want to move on to Battlefield 5, but before we do that, I want to say hi to Ben Moore.
Ben Moore.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Ben, what is your anticipation level for the EA press conference?
You know, it's going up because sometimes you
Can we be
remember
heard?
trailers
Talking to
differently
the mic.
than when you're watching them. And watching Anthem, I'm more interested than I was yesterday.
Yeah,
And
me
hearing
too.
some frame trap conversations, we may come to regret those. So please be excited for that.
Yeah, I mean, Ben made an excellent point. Is like it is always more like you have an impression after E3, but just like we saw so many cooler things, so like Anthem kind of just dropped out the back of our minds. But it's kind of fun to just watch that again.
Yeah, definitely like watching it again. Like, yeah, this is a better impression than my brain was making up for it.
I expect to see a lot of Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
20
Last year
minutes.
they spent
Yes.
a half hour on Battlefront 2.
Wow.
I think Battlefield might get that treatment this year.
Do you think we'll see a full live match?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I think they'll basically copy last year. Ooh,
You know what I'm-
cracking open his
Dude,
notebook.
yeah, I took some notes.
Okay, tell me why.
Battlefield. I came prepared because I love Battlefield.
Tell me your hottest.
I
note on
really want to
Battlefield.
talk about this new mode that they talked about, Grand Operations.
What do we know?
Yeah, tell me about
Grand Operations is so hype, okay? So it takes place over 3 to 4 different maps. In between each map, there's like an intermission, you know, you win the round. During those matches, you have different objectives. So say it begins with like, yo, this one team has to take out the AA guns. You guys have to defend them. Depending on how many AA guns are destroyed, that will impact resources and the way that the operation goes.
I see.
So then you go to like the next match.
It carries over.
It carries over.
Over 5 days, right?
Well, yeah, it's 3 to 4 matches, and they each
matches,
take place for like a day or whatever. So
Yeah.
you feel that like
Or they go-
time. Yeah.
Not an actual.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
like, what?
The game.
Sorry, the match is a day, and
Yeah.
so it's like you wake up the next day with your resources from
Yeah.
But it's like a half hour in real life.
probably less than.
The whole a grand operation will take about an hour.
Whoa.
An hour for the whole thing.
So we're talking like 4 hours.
You're
if you're
talking-
doing the whole thing.
No, 1 hour for the whole thing.
For the whole thing.
thing.
So
Okay.
like
It's
15
15 to
minutes
20
each.
minutes a,
Yeah.
for a day.
For each
Okay,
day.
okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's a good length, actually.
So you settle in for an hour. In the case of a draw, there's a sudden death where everyone has 1 life.
Wow.
Cool. I like that.
You
Yes.
die.
Yes.
Love that idea.
Yes.
Some really intense changes actually. You have to squad up now in Battlefield.
No, I don't. I'm gonna go snipe. I'm gonna go on my mountain and snipe.
It'll put you in a squad,
You're in a
but
squad.
you can...
Okay.
No matter what. In case people go lone wolf like that, like you just want to be a sniper and go off, there's ways to make someone else the squad leader, like really easily. You can be like, yo, make this person the squad leader, everyone votes, like boom, boom, boom. Because it's all about like finding your footing on the map.
Vote for me! Hey!
Yeah, vote for me!
Just in the middle of the war. I love that.
So the synergy with your team, they're just really hyping that up. I'm so excited for that. It's about like moving your squad up and fighting for position, because if your entire squad gets wiped out, you have to like retreat back to like your home base and regain a footing to like move up.
Right. And there's nobody to spawn next to.
Exactly, you spawn on your squad.
Yeah.
Everyone gets med packs. You can revive someone, but the medic has like additional utility that they haven't like fully gone into yet. The big one is fortifications, which is like Fortnite style. You can build up, but there is a catch. It's not anywhere at any time. There are specific spots on the map, fortification spots, that you can build like machine gun nests. You can put like camouflage netting over a machine gun nest and like put sandboxes around it and like get bunkered in.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be these like small scale battles for positioning on these different areas in the bigger battle. And I think that's really cool. I'm just really excited about that. And then the destruction is obviously way crazier. Buildings can blow up from the inside or outside. Tanks can go through them. Like the destruction is a lot different.
Do you have to be a certain class to build?
Everyone has a fortification kit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because I like that in that, like, let's say like Darren's in your squad, and you're just like, Darren, just go build.
Yeah.
Like, we'll go, Darren, we're gonna go shoot stuff, you just build. And Darren's like, I got it.
I got it. I'm gonna build an
I love
AA
that.
gun. Cover me.
Darren's gonna go off lone wolf style.
He'll say he's got it, and then he'll go snipe.
You're the Darren.
One last.
You come back to the base, Darren, you didn't build a thing!
One last piece of information,
We got a little pre-show happening here.
Nice.
which really changes up the gameplay as well.
Yeah.
Limited resources, ammo.
No
That's
way!
You are very limited on ammo now in Battlefield 5. So when you spawn with a little bit of ammo, but there's like resupply stations, but it'll take time.
So make those points even more valuable. that you fight
Exactly,
for.
exactly. And you have to go and resupply, but that takes time because the enemy is like pushing forward over here. So it's like, do I want to go defend and attack, or like, do I need to go resupply because I don't have enough ammo?
And you as a squad leader, you have to make that call.
Yeah.
And you have to follow your squad leader. Yeah, that's cool, dude.
There's a lot of, oh man, like nitty gritty. They're really honing in on like teamwork.
Are they gonna still have a class that drops ammo, you think? The assault one?
Support, I think, probably.
support, okay.
Maybe,
Was
actually.
it support? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, actually.
Because you would just have infinite to drop.
Mm-hmm.
Based off your
Or maybe it just takes longer to drop
cool-offs.
one.
Yeah.
Way more destruction too, like small scale. If someone is behind a fence, you can like destroy the fence.
That's cool. I
with
like that.
bullets.
Is that not regular?
It's way more now. It's just
Okay.
more. Yeah.
Everything else, yeah.
Tell me how excited you are for the campaign.
Very excited. I was kind of lukewarm on War Stories in Battlefield 1.
Really?
I liked it, but I was like, eh. I'm more excited this time around. I don't know why. I just am. Like, I think it was like, I reviewed it at an event, you know? So maybe that kind of messed with my head a little bit, just the way I approached the War Stories in Battlefield 1. But yeah, I'm open to it now.
Apparently, it's going to be kind of a similar thing as War Stories, but shorter. I guess was the one thing that we got.
Oh, shorter.
Yeah, that they want to make it like a more compact, just kind of finish it faster kind of thing.
There's like an emphasis on family and stuff because they talked about the first one. It was called I forget the name of it, but you're a Norwegian resistance fighter, and it's like not about the war. It's about like going to rescue your family.
Okay,
So
it's a family story.
yeah,
Interesting.
which I'm always down for.
I'm not.
Yeah, I was like, I heard that. I was like, Kyle's not into that.
Sometimes you can just tell a war story, you know what I mean? Sometimes it doesn't have to be about parents.
I'm sure that'll be there too, though.
We saw rumors earlier this year that they are working on a Battle Royale mode. Do you think that it will be functional and ready to show off at E3 this year?
Man, if they show that off? Because what if Call of Duty doesn't show theirs off? That'd be like a huge step up on them.
That's
if
a
they
conversation
show
for
it off.
later. I don't think they have theirs ready to show off at E3.
Man.
No, we can have that conversation now. These two games are going head to head.
they're going head-to-head, baby.
Activision doesn't have a press conference.
Yeah.
They're showing it, dude.
I expect they'll be at PS or Sony's.
Or at least like a tease
At
of it.
least a tease.
Yeah.
At least a tease.
Yeah.
But yeah, this could like if Call of Duty doesn't have much to show and they didn't earlier this month, like this could be like a really cool chance to like strike.
Yeah, for sure.
See them bleeding out.
See them bleeding out. Don't give them a med pack.
It's funny, like EA's playing a long game with this. They know that again that they'll be beaten by Call of Duty, but they just try to do better and better every release till one day they can hopefully beat Call of Duty. But yeah, it's nice to see them fight. It's nice to see them behind in a thing.
Yeah.
EA humbled is an interesting aspect.
And I like that they're going back to World War II. You know, they're not afraid to like mix it up, going from modern to World War I, now World War II.
That's not mixing it up.
What was the last
It's
one?
just a great cycle.
World War I's a good
Cycle.
cycle.
I just felt like Call of Duty was on the future for a while.
Okay.
You know, it was a lot of future.
Yeah.
Then 1943, right? Yeah. That was World War II. That was a while ago, though.
That was a long time
Yeah,
ago.
okay.
Yeah. And it is tough for them. I think they have to notice what World War II is. I mean, it was the best-selling video game worldwide last year. You know, it was a World War II based first-person shooter. So they have that this year. They have to look at that game and say, this is what makes ours different.
Right.
It's got to be multiplayer. Like, that's what they're going to show the difference.
Yeah.
Vehicles, destruction, all that stuff.
And from the reveal trailer, I think they're trying to sell an attitude a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say the attitude is a little bit of a
Selling
shift.
attitude.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, and like showing that character respawning a couple of times and all that kind of stuff in the trailer.
So I'm pretty sure that was Combined Arms. It's a 4-player co-op.
You have more notes, man.
More notes.
It's got 2
Let's go.
pages.
Let's
It
go,
was
baby.
it was a 4-player.
Blood over here.
It was like a multi-staged raid.
Okay.
And it's like pressing it's like pressing your advantage. You have like limited respawns, limited resources. So it's like, do you want to commit fully to the attack or just call it quits?
But is this a PvE mode? Or?
PvE?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 4-player co-op.
Weird.
Nice.
Are the bad guys going to whisper to me in this mode?
Please
in real life?
no.
Probably.
I don't want the whisper.
Like,
Yeah,
what if it
Whisper's
happens?
pretty good.
What if that happens to you once every match?
Yeah.
I'd be furious.
And your friend doesn't come to rescue you, so the guy just whispers you and then just stabs you.
That's the form of trolling, is like letting the whisper happen to your teammate.
Yeah, what if that is like a taunt you can do to like the enemy?
That's the worst thing.
Like a whisper?
If you get
Well,
like,
you have to, like,
if
pin
you
them
get a
first.
knife kill,
Yeah.
it has a high risk because someone
It
can
takes
shoot
long.
you.
Yeah, you're locked in the animation for like 20 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
But it's just sadistic.
Why does this look bad? Is this a mobile
this
game,
looks like
Damiani?
weird.
This is what this is the pre-show. They're showing this football in-game footage. It looks like
Work in
trash.
progress.
What is this?
WIP.
This has to be like the mobile version of Madden.
Yeah.
Madden
There it is.
Overdrive.
Yeah,
Okay.
Check it out.
So on a tab.
Madden Overdrive.
I'm happy that was not part of their press conference.
Yeah, you
can
put that
burn
in
it
pre-show.
pre-show. Yeah, burn that in the pre-show. Madden Mobile, man, it looked pretty good for mobile. Didn't look
Sure.
bad for like something running on your tablet. Okay, so Anthem and Battlefield probably the core of this press conference. Sports games we talked about. There is more to EA. We should talk about this juicy thing: Star Wars.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go, dude. It's about time.
What's that? What is that?
Star Wars. It's a film franchise.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, they already were showing they're doing stuff with the Han Solo season still there, which I think it's weird.
With
it sounds
Battlefront
like
2.
Yeah,
Battlefront 2.
it sounds like they started doing that and then it's like on hiatus and then it's coming back later. I don't know the exact details.
Can't wait for that Kessel Run map.
I'm down.
The Castle Run was fun.
It's
The
just-
Castle Run was fun.
Yeah.
Wait, calm
That
down.
movie was
I'm talking
fun.
about the actual part of going through. Never mind.
Just like, you're sitting down to write the solo movie, and you say to yourself, well, I have to do the Kessel Run. It's gotta be in there.
You basically do, though.
You don't! The whole point is you don't see it. Oh.
So you would have preferred they just kept making, like, jokes,
About the Kessel Run,
intentionally mistaking distance for time?
Yeah,
Or
yes.
speed or whatever?
And like leading into it, they should have said like, "You'll never do the Kessel Run, Han." And he's like, "Someday I'll do it."
Someday
Credits.
I'll do it in 12 parsecs.
Yeah.
And then someone else is like, that's not a measure.
Credits.
Does he know
Yeah.
that's distance? And then it's just
So Respawn Entertainment is working on a Star Wars game.
Yes.
For a long time.
And has been working on it for a long time, may continue to work on it for a long time. The only promise is that it will come out before March of 2020.
Wow.
then I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I mean, Vince Zampella said, hey, our games aren't really ready to show off yet, but we're able to show off a tidbit of one of the 3 Respawn games currently in development.
Okay.
We're gonna get a dev diary, man.
Yeah.
We're getting a tidbit.
If
getting a
it,
dev
hope it's not a
diary.
dev diary.
And it's not even guaranteed that tidbit is of the Star Wars game. I'm just assuming it is.
Oh, okay.
Well, they announced a first-person VR Oculus game.
Yes.
October
We're seeing that.
2017.
We're not seeing that.
That has a 2019 release.
Thank you,
We're seeing
Damiani, for
that.
bringing that up. If it's the VR game, man. Well,
Andrew
actually,
Renee threatened to force something out of me.
Force.
Okay.
Okay, well that's a little joke. That means they're definitely showing something.
Force Unleashed 3, baby.
Force.
That's what
Force
they're
Unleashed
making.
3 guaranteed.
It's guaranteed. Lock it in.
Shadow drop.
Yep.
Wait
That
for that.
would be really funny.
In 20 minutes,
That's
we're
not
gonna
happening.
shadow drop that right away.
what is the best case scenario for a tidbit?
Not a dev diary.
What do you think? What do you envision?
A teaser trailer.
Yeah?
Anything is better than a dev diary. Like
something-
if I see someone's monitor with like a lightsaber model on it, I'm gonna throw the TV.
Yeah, the last time we saw of this game was the mocap. They had the
Yeah.
mocap suits and Stig Asmussen kind of like nodding and
We
watching the
need
people
an
do their
idea of
mocap.
what it actually is.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
I kind of think that in that tweet, he may have been underselling it. I think you're saying tidbit to be cute.
Yeah.
We might get a 3-minute trailer.
He's being cute.
We might get a
Sure.
2-minute trailer. Is it wrong to hope?
No.
No.
Here's
A new
the
hope.
deal. But
A new hope.
But you know, expect to be burned, because you know.
This is every
History.
That's
I
the
mean, they did
definition
say
of insanity.
Yeah.
Like
one of
expecting
3
an E3
projects,
EA
and you said one's VR, the other
conference
one's
to not be bad.
likely Titanfall.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we expect a Titanfall sequel already? No.
No.
Not a third Titanfall.
So yeah.
I don't know
That would
about
be a DLC,
this.
isn't it? That's too
No,
late for a
I don't
DLC.
think
Yeah, I feel like that'd be soon.
That'd be real
For
weird.
Titanfall 3, but you
Titanfall
never
3.
know.
We know they've been working on this Star Wars game.
You want
They
it?
want it.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
Ben
Thank
wants
you
it.
very much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They zoomed in on a guy wearing a Titanfall 2 t-shirt. So
Yeah.
Maybe
Ben, I
a
wouldn't have fully played Titanfall 2 if it weren't for you. So thank you.
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you.
that might be true.
Damiani's a big Titanfall 2 fan.
Yes, I am.
Oh yeah.
And he hates shooters.
I mean, it's a big Titanfall.
Yeah.
I did not
hates
E3 wins!
This is new information. What?
The game was so good. The time mechanic, like going back and forth, was so
That
good.
mission.
I need to
Watch
play it.
like Damiani plays like Counter-Strike his free time. We just don't know.
Yeah.
we just don't know.
He's
We
playing
just don't know.
1.6.
Yeah,
dude.
Just toxic.
He's like, I hate shooters, but he's like, just killing it in Counter-Strike. I hate this. I hate this.
I just imagine that like all of these hours that Damiani is streaming Final Fantasy XIV, he's actually able to multitask.
Yeah.
And he's playing these other games on the side next
Just
to it.
headshots constantly with
Titanfall 2 with eye
offhand.
tracking.
Yeah.
EA frequently spends a lot of time on esports, as we're kind of looking at here. I expect that to be a part of this presentation.
Oh, with
Yeah,
FIFA.
all of this is making me nervous.
The
right here.
EMLS?
Unless they're getting it out of the way now.
The EMLS thing, is that what they're showing right here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what the
yeah.
letters indicate.
MLS is Major League Soccer,
Oh.
so it's
E-
esports
okay.
Major League Soccer. Yeah, I expect that to be big.
And I was watching, like, the Madden stuff has been on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they had, like,
Dang.
I don't remember what channels I was
I
watching.
think it was like, because ESPN was doing a big esports thing for a while.
Yeah. It's so weird to watch esports of sports games.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
That is crazy.
It's not quite as fun, to be honest. It's kind of silly. It's kind of silly in a way, and I realize these people work just as hard as League of Legends players, but it's weird when there's a more compelling version
Yeah,
of
look
that
at
exact
that
same
budget,
thing you're
dude.
doing. You know?
Production.
Yeah. I mean, that's all EA. EA is just fronting the bill.
We gotta
Yeah.
get one of those glass tables with the top cantilevered out over a PlayStation that has a little cubby.
All this stuff.
We'll see if they show it again. Yeah, we need sparklers.
Give us all of these things. Give us little microphones that hang off our ears. I want one of those. Little flesh tone microphones.
Oh, that microphone.
Yeah.
Dude, we should get those.
How much are those?
I don't know. I'll look
Thousands.
Okay.
Yo, how do I get tickets to that? I want to go to London.
Do you really want to go to this?
It's in London,
Look at
dude.
that table.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, that weird.
That's a sweet table.
That is a cool table. That's custom. man.
Cantilever glass.
That's custom.
That was the name of my band in high school.
Whoa. Wrestling promo.
Yeah.
Who's this guy up to?
He's doing goal. I'm guessing without the
That's
audio.
okay.
He's
Yeah,
doing
you're right.
goal.
Still going.
Good job, dude.
Veins popping out.
It's not easy.
That looked like an L at the end, yeah.
I
This
remember.
camera person loves to do canted angles, by the way. They've been doing it the whole time.
I think there's a certain overcompensation when you're talking to a video crew that this is a video game show, and so they're like, "Oh, video games! I should do stupid."
We should
then,
be
right?
crazy.
Yeah,
We should do
no, this is
MTV
something.
circa 1998.
yeah.
We know this guy.
Where do you know him
He
from?
goes way back. He's been doing this stuff
Yeah,
forever.
he's been doing
Oh
it.
yeah.
The camera guy?
He does
Yeah,
like
him.
pre-shows and post-shows.
yeah, this
Is he
guy.
like a community for EA? maybe?
If I remember right, he's Electric Playground back in the day.
Oh, cool.
I think he hosted the Battlefield 1 thing last year. He was involved with that.
Yes, he was on the
Shaking his
desk.
Battlefield
hands.
1.
He was on the desk for sure.
Sure.
One super strange thing that was announced in the press conference last year that I hope returns was something called SEED.
Oh.
And that was an acronym, just like in Final Fantasy
It was
VIII.
like their indie incubator, right?
Yes. Deep Learning Neural Networks. So the indie thing is actually EA
Oh,
Originals.
right.
Mine.
This was EA
This is DeepMind.
dumping money into weird tech.
Yeah.
And I hope there's some result. Why would they announce it last year without anything to
They're
show?
just going to put on a TV that has, like, you can just go, Seed? Please add this to my calendar.
Well, I mean, EA is one of the few that still calls their press conference a press conference.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think something like Seed is definitely, the kind of thing you would bring up to tell the press, to tell the businessmen,
hope
to
it's
say
just-
like, hey, we're investing in the future.
I hope it's just a robot like Rob the Robot. It's just EA's version.
And now presenting the SEED robot.
like a
It's just
little-
like some stupid. Just like,
But then he just
here
starts
is your
like,
controller.
he starts like swearing out of control, and they have to be like, Seed.
Kill me.
Why was I programmed to feel pain?
That's for After Dark. That's based.
Oh yeah.
Seedbot can hand you the controller. Like that's all it does.
Oh, thanks, Seed.
Seedbot will occasionally cry. Do not be alarmed.
Seedbot, just hand me the controller. Yeah, I wonder. There's no reason to guess about what Seed will be. I just want everybody here and
Now if it's
viewers
not
at
a
home
bot, I will be
Yeah.
disappointed.
Yes, please
I
be a
will be
bot.
It could be some AI
It's
thing.
gonna be an app.
Yeah.
It could be AI.
It's very likely.
Maybe that's why
It'll be
the
STEM.
maybe that's why Star Wars is taking so long. Because the Seed AI is not done yet, and it's gonna be like crazy revolutionary AI. or
Everybody
something.
wants their own Siri. This
Yeah.
could be theirs.
Crackdown 3 is already there. Light years ahead of the competitors.
I do want to talk about a very juicy rumor. Skate 4 is the one that I think is
I
the
hope it
juiciest.
has a good showing. No, I hope it has a bad showing. What did I vote?
Strong.
What did I bet?
We'll have a strong showing, I think is the word we used. No, it was good, wasn't it? Anyway, why is there reason to believe that EA would revitalize the Skate franchise?
Because the Skate 3 servers mysteriously went back online out of nowhere.
Is that all this is based on?
Pretty random coincidence.
That is pretty random.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is it. I think that's our strongest evidence so far.
That's pretty compelling evidence.
I mean, if the Demon Souls servers like suddenly came back to life, we would all be like, ah!
Yeah.
Is that dead now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead.
They did die, and that's why we all assumed that they would be making a new Demon Souls game.
Right.
And
Well, they
so far no
They were
result on
gonna
that.
shut them down, and then they kept them going for another like year and a half because Dark Souls was blowing up
Yeah.
huge.
I mean, didn't they have multiple times?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And then they finally were like, all right,
Came out like 2009.
tired of pay
There was like enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is appealing about Skate? Why does it have a fan base that lasts?
Ben Moore, you love Skate.
Messing around with Skate 3, I thought it was a really good time. It's a game where they celebrate you getting injured in the worst way possible, and they're like, hey, do you want to share that with your friends? That's a game I think everybody can enjoy.
Oh, because it had the video editor and stuff too, right?
Yeah.
It's just like a good
It's just
skateboard
fun,
game, though,
controlled
man.
really well.
Hasn't been one.
It felt like it died too soon. I think there's more life left in Skate.
Yeah, so the impression I got from Skate is that it leans on realism as opposed to Tony Hawk. Like that's the biggest difference.
Yes.
Like we're in real world scenarios, and I'm not going to be able to do crazy tricks that I couldn't do.
Which I love. I love it's like that. Yeah.
Why?
Because Tony Hawk, I love that Tony Hawk does what it does, but I'm glad there's the opposite side of the spectrum too.
Sure.
Reminds me of like Thrasher from PS1 back in the day.
Thrasher, dude.
I know nothing about Thrasher.
Skate.
Good
Remember the
skate.
logo?
yeah.
I remember the
skateboard
logo.
game.
Yeah, it wasn't like Skate.
Probably doesn't hold up though.
And wasn't it basically like analog sticks to like do tricks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Which is
cool.
cool,
Skate
dude.
is like that?
It was like Ollie Ollie or something like that. Just 3D.
Oh my gosh, I love Ollie
That
Ollie.
game is hard.
Oh,
It's
I love those
awesome
games.
though.
Ollie Ollie, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I look forward to that debut. I hope it's not smug. I hope it doesn't. I hope it's not presented just like we know you've been looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
We're back.
I
You're
hope
welcome.
Tony Hawk
You know?
just like 900s like on stage or something like that.
Yes, Tony Hawk Skate 4.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm betraying my legacy.
Yes.
They killed it.
Skate
Yes.
4.
I hope it just opens with some hot punk band of the summer.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And there's no need for words.
Just MXPX playing.
If that happens, mute my mic because I'm going to leave.
You'll be in.
Yeah, you're in.
You'll be in.
I'll be in. Well, I'll go buy real life skateboards after this because we're going to be
We'll put on Fat Lip. It'll be a good time.
I want to talk about the indie initiative, EA Originals. We saw a huge success this year with A Way Out.
Yeah.
That blew up. That game actually did really well. It was an interesting looking game. It was a unique game that is unlike most of the things that EA does.
Yeah.
And I expect to see more this year.
If A Way Out 2 is announced, you have to full play through live on stream A Way Out 1.
Okay.
With Damiani.
If that is announced today, I
Yeah.
will do that. With
Yeah.
Damiani.
Way
Yes.
Out 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, with Damiani. I'm
If
in.
A Way Out 2 reveals itself.
Will it
Yes.
be called Another Way Out?
I don't know, but I like it.
Called a way in.
Also,
Way Out.
if they do continue the EA Originals push, because they don't make money off of those, supposedly.
Yeah.
They like, it's just like a gift to like incubate a thing out of the goodwill of their heart, probably for good optics.
And probably like some weird tax breaks that
Sure.
we're not aware of. I have no idea. Yeah.
Business stuff,
Yeah.
we don't know. But like that's kind of weird for like a company like this to do something like that,
Yeah.
where they're like, hey, we're not going to make any money, we just want you to make
There's
a
been
game.
that, FIA, Unravel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unravel.
That's it. I think it's only
Unravel.
those
That's
three.
only been the only
Yeah.
ones.
Well, you were saying they announced Unravel 2 like 2 years ago.
Unravel 2 quietly announced
But was
2
it
years
announced
ago.
from EA?
EA, they like picked up Coldwood? Coldwood? Is it Coldwood?
Love this.
Coldwood Interactive.
Nice.
So
I
they
would have never pulled that,
Huber
dude.
with the nose.
Cold-
Wait, EA actually bought them? Or what are you saying?
Yeah, they either bought him or they partnered up. I don't know 100%, but I know there was a deal
Okay.
for Coldwood Interactive's next game, and then more clarification was it is Unravel 2.
So we haven't seen Unravel 2. We haven't seen a
Yeah.
trailer or anything.
That was probably
Could
like
easily
That
show
was
up.
2 years ago.
prototyping time, yeah.
Huber, if it's Unravel 2, that game's got to pop, or else I'm
Yeah.
going to fall asleep at the desk.
Unravel 1 was one of those games where the trailer looked really cute and
Yeah.
good, and then people played it and they were kind of like, yeah.
I'm good
VR?
after 3 levels.
Unravel in VR, maybe? Unravel 2 VR support?
EA does 0 VR.
Yeah, what kind of pop do you need, man?
Yeah.
What kind of pop? What are we talking here?
I don't know, Brad. I think I need to do like air dashes and triple jumps.
There
It
we
goes
go.
high
We need some
action.
tropical freeze
Yeah,
mechanics.
it can't just be like a cute little like it needs to just
We need good
explode,
mechanics.
dude.
Yeah.
Yes, mechanics. It can't be
Air
soft.
dash.
Yes. I
love an air dash.
wanted to open with him just like swallowing a bunch of nails, and Yarny becomes like naily.
What, do you want to be like Knack?
Yeah, well, like just like little spikes coming
Knack
out
and
of
Kirby?
the
Picks up a little electric guitar and he goes for it.
It needs something like that. Sea of Solitude is a game I forgot about completely. Me
too,
I had
yeah.
to look at the trailer. It's you in a boat, and it's just basically
I don't remember
a
it.
drowned city. And so you see like the top
Didn't that come
halves
out?
of
No,
buildings.
that's Sundered? Submerged? There are 5 games
That sound exactly like
this.
that. Yeah, yeah. And
Submerged?
Song of the Sea and
Yeah.
and
Raft.
and the wine one.
Seasons,
yeah.
there it is. That comes out this month? Well, this is good. They're showing this now.
Yes, this
No
means it's
press
out of the
conference.
conference.
Yeah, this is good. This is good news.
Huber, why is you
wanna
told me
rake
Sims
leaves.
is still popular? Is that
The
true?
Sims is still popular.
Oh, yeah.
Sims is big.
And Seasons is a big one. It was big for Sims 3, and now it's finally going to be in Sims 4. Seems like something small, but you know, Christmas and Sims.
This looks
so jolly.
dreadful.
There is an
Well, you
audience
never
though.
see
Yeah, you're
the
not the
game
target
up
You're
that
not the
close.
target audience
Yeah.
for this.
Okay.
The Sims is cool.
And Blood's right. You're never up in their faces like this.
Like, look at that, dude. Christmas? Feeling it. Feeling it right now.
It is like a whole family there.
Whoa!
What? Okay.
Yo, Beekeeper.
Yeah.
Beekeeper.
Dude, when I reviewed Sims 3, my guy died from bees, I think.
Is Beekeeper a
And like the
job?
Grim Reaper came, yeah.
And it's at the end of the review, and they're like, okay, I'm done with the game.
Oh, the Scarecrow.
Okay, I'm done. Is it different on consoles, Huber? Or is it just straight up the same game?
I've only played it on
I think it's
PC.
the same game.
Okay.
It's just
Yeah, I
can't speak
feel
to
like
it
in the
on consoles.
PS2 era, they had to make a separate
then
console
they did, yeah.
version. But
Yeah.
yeah. You get powers now?
I mean,
Static Shock, baby.
seasons, man, means powers.
June 22nd.
Seasons gives you powers?
That's right.
Yeah, they only showed PC Mac on the screen there.
Mute
So.
5.
Oh.
Oh, okay, cool.
Cool. Well, I'm glad they showed that now. That's good. Very good.
They'll give us the in-depth.
The deep dive, the dev diary for the Sims.
Why does it say real racing in the back?
Because it's real racing.
What is that?
Real Racing 3?
Is that a leak?
You got scoops, EA?
No, because look, they got Plants vs. Zombies 2 and Garden Warfare 2 in the background, so like I gotta assume Real Racing is an old game. I'm not familiar with it.
Let's just assume it is.
Fine chance to talk about EA's racing games because I think Need for Speed is definitely going to take a year off this
You
year.
think?
It needs it.
Yeah, coming off Payback.
Yep.
Needs another year off.
Yeah. Even the
cook.
weird live action one that I actually found enjoyable. I liked it actually.
Wasn't it just called Underground?
I think it was just Need for Speed. It was the reboot
Yeah.
with the
is it
live
called Need for
action.
Speed? Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a lukewarm reception.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but yeah, Payback. You gotta take a year off after that one.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see any racing game? Because Criterion just works on the Star Wars games now.
Right. Yeah, they had that prototype thing that they showed off with all the crazy stunts and everything, but
and that got
apparently it was
shelved.
canceled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're right. Maybe it was just temporarily shelved, but yeah, they seem to be like more of a support team right now.
That's
Did
a
they
bummer.
do like NASCAR or anything like that? Or
They
No,
did,
NASCAR has
Burnout
been
F1.
around. Criterion, yeah. Criterion was Burnout.
no, I meant like EA. Are they associated with any of those?
Yeah.
They used to
NASCAR
publish.
98 is EA.
Yeah, they
Oh,
used
just-
to publish NASCAR. Activision used to
coming
publish
back.
NASCAR. I think NASCAR is currently with Utechnics or something.
Technics.
What about like MotoGP?
Yes.
Yeah,
Cause
MotoGP
Ford-
is with Square Enix right now. It actually just came out.
What? Really?
Came out on the 7th.
Man.
Blood's got the knowledge.
Yeah, Blood's got the scoops.
No notebook necessary.
Doesn't even
It's
need
all
to
up
off
in
the
here.
top of the
Exactly.
The blood is in the dome.
Steel trap.
Yeah, I would basically another interesting thing EA did this year for the first time ever was the Burnout Paradise remaster.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
their first ever remaster, and still only remaster.
Great remaster.
I expect,
That is actually really interesting that they did that.
Yeah, they got to do more, right?
You would think so, because I remember when Criterion first did Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, the remake, right? When it was basically just a different game with the same name. But I went to that launch party, and the EA guys were like, "Yeah, like Burnout could never do Need for Speed numbers," and like from their perspective, it was like, "Yeah, if we can just have them make Need for Speed, we don't need to make Burnout anymore." But doing this remaster.
Oh, they're showing it right now. Oh no, this is Damiani.
Damiani,
Damiani.
professional.
He's a clutch.
Doing
man.
this remaster gives me hope that maybe somehow it could come back.
There's like 3 minutes, so we're gonna go over dreams, Kyle.
Yeah, dude.
Any dreams?
Yeah. Do you have EA dreams, Hubert?
Is Bloodworth, is your dream? What remaster would be your dream?
I know where this is going.
EA remasters themselves.
Huber's hinting at Legacy of the Ancients,
That's right.
which is a Commodore 64 game published by EA, which is my first RPG.
Oh, that's awesome.
You can Google that video.
That's
Google that video. Google that video.
Sorry, one more time. Something of the Ancients.
Legacy of the Ancients.
Legacy of the Ancients is happening this year. They're dropping it.
Dropping it.
This one's for you, Daniel Bloodworth. Legacy of the Ancients.
Two franchises from my childhood that I'd love to see revisited. Road Rash. It's time.
I think they don't own it anymore. Wasn't there a recent Road Rash game?
No, there was a Road Rage.
Road Redemption as
thank
well.
you,
Road- yeah.
Hubert. Thank you.
And the Strike series. Desert Strike, Jungle Strike, Urban Strike.
You're an attack helicopter, if you're not familiar with that series.
Growing up on Genesis, I loved that
those on
series.
Genesis, yeah.
EA developed, published.
That'd be a cool, like, digital game.
Yeah. Bring that back.
Okay.
Go to the well, EA.
Go to the well.
Go to the well.
Yellow tab.
Dip the bucket down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
the
yellow
weird
tab.
It was
Yeah.
like the tall cartridge.
The
Yeah.
yellow tab cartridge.
Time to strike some jungles.
Yeah.
Brad, what is your dream? Do you have an EA dream?
2.
Okay.
For Star Wars 1313 to come back in some form.
Okay.
And for New Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Oh. Well
Maybe
done,
a
Brad.
remaster of 1 and 2, 3 on the horizon.
Yeah.
It would be interesting because it's been a little bit since EA's really been pushing the Old Republic MMO. It would be cool if that team like actually started
Made
gearing
like a-
up
yeah.
for a single player game. Yeah.
I think they're still profiting. I wonder if it'd just be like the Final Fantasy 11 team just making 14.
Mm-hmm.
Damiani,
Is that
feel
still
free to
BioWare?
correct me on that.
It's BioWare, but like BioWare Austin, right?
Okay.
Brad, the Star Wars 1313 team is working on Metroid, dude.
Oh, I'm just saying something like that.
Oh,
Is that
okay, cool.
real?
That's real. Well, rumored.
Huh.
But isn't that sick?
That is sick.
Yes.
But like that demo we saw years ago was so cool. I was like, this is Uncharted Star Wars.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what Metroid is going to be like.
I don't think
not
it'll be like
necessarily.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
I don't think it'll be like
That's
that.
like saying Metroid Prime was going to be like Turok, which it really isn't.
What do you mean that's like saying that? Because it's the same people?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so yeah.
Yeah,
People that started retro. Yeah.
What is
Please
your
don't
EA
put
dream?
Turok in my brain right now. I can't handle that.
Oh man.
I mean, Turok's kind of up in the air.
That Anthem doesn't suck, I guess.
That works for me.
That's yeah.
I mean, it'd be fun to see that. Oh, what is it called? I forget it every time. The Star Wars RTS.
Empire at War.
Empire at War.
Empire at War.
Sounds right.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
Sure.
Yeah. I'd be down.
RTS.
Okay.
I'd be down.
He's walking up by Real Racing. Maybe we'll see what
Here
it
we
is.
go. Oh my goodness, it's happening.
3 real races.
E3 for real starts in 30 seconds.
Ben, we have 30 seconds.
like
Give me a dream.
actually.
Skate 4!
Okay, it's Skate 4.
There you
It's
go.
Skate 4.
Yeah, this is just a game that I'm not very familiar with.
Okay, they stumped blood. Michael
3 real
Damiani.
races.
You're gonna see blood in that chair.
Yeah.
like-
Give me that seat, Damiani. All right, blood with Damiani, give me a dream. Too late, Damiani. We lost it.
He's got his headphones on. He can't hear us.
You can't hear us?
No.
Okay.
I can't hear any.
Okay, 6 seconds. Here we go.
I have no idea.
Here we go.
Is your thing unplugged?
Yeah, I got audio.
I got audio.
In his heart, Damiani says Skate
No
4.
idea.
I'll look and see if your thing's unplugged.
Start with the. Oh, yeah, it's montage.
So here, where they're playing Fallout Boy right now?
Are they?
Yeah.
A lotus on complex.
It's that song.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
Cog it and pull it. No, no audio. Oh, oh. There we go.
Nice. Thank you, Ian.
Thank you. Left ear only, but it's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Same for me.
Sweet.
Whoa.
AR, dude. Starting with Anthem.
That's a big boy.
I think this may be
Yo,
a
this guy
pre-film.
slips.
No, it's not, dude.
Not quite a slip.
It's not a slip if you're being shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh, how cool was that?
That was cool.
No
So
costume change.
that
I
was
expected costume.
Anthem.
I'm
We're going
curious
to
what
talk
that was
about
like for the
that a little
crowd.
bit later in the show. But welcome
Probably
everybody
all
to
of it.
EA Play. I'm Andrea Renee.
She does
and while
not
you
look
might
nervous.
recognize me from the
She's
gaming
a
community,
professional.
Always cool.
I'm kind of a new face around here. So this year, EA wanted to change things up
That
because
guy's
they know
nervous.
that I'm
Front
both a
row
gamer
guy?
and a
Yeah, he doesn't
fan.
want to be on
So
the
they invited me to host the show, and I think this
Just
year
look normal.
is going to be a
Just
lot
look
of fun,
normal.
you guys. I hope
Don't
you're ready.
turn your
'Cause
head.
We're about to kick the press conference off. But before we do that, EA Play is more than just the show you're about to watch. Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course. We're going to kick things off with a look at Battlefield 5 multiplayer. Now, I know
Oh, they're
Trevor
kicking
Noah
off
gave you the
with
first look.
Battlefield 5.
Yeah,
Let's
we
go.
did last month, but we've got some new stuff to show you today. Then
I
we're going
love
to move
it.
on to FIFA 19, and
Whoa.
boy, do they have some
Giving us a
big
rundown.
news,
Don't
you
like
guys.
rundowns.
Yeah.
Any World Cup fans? You guys excited? Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
People called it.
Hey, that nervous
Playing
Then
your
we've got
bathroom break
two
now.
new indie games
It's
to share,
basically
and
what
then
that
I'm going to
feels
come
like.
back towards the end of the show with some of my favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem.
Cool.
And of course, Yeah, we got the
Yeah,
woos
so
for
you're gonna
Anthem.
tell
I'm
us the
into
whole show?
it.
That's weird.
Surprises. She's gonna say there's a few surprises.
Well, it wouldn't be fun, you guys, if I told you all the secrets at once, right?
Yeah.
Give him a break. He needs to just enjoy the show. So without further ado, let's get things started.
She's doing a good job.
Professional.
Yeah.
How long will this be?
A long time.
Yeah.
I want it to be an hour.
No, I mean this. You mean just this?
Just Battlefield, yeah. Play a full Grand Operations.
I mean, they kind of have to show a lot for it to come across.
I'm surprised they're stressing Anthem more than Battlefield this year.
You've got your tentpoles. You gotta hold those.
I mean, Anthem has a lot more to prove.
Yeah, sure.
Right, it's time to kick this thing off. It's been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5. And you know what? It's been exciting, there's been a lot of speculation, and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard you want to see more gameplay innovations. You want to know how customization actually works, and you want to know more about our take on the Second World War. So today, we'll show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive Battlefield yet.
It certainly is. You will be able to dive and smash through windows
Jones
to
hates
surprise
this
your
right now.
enemies.
Yeah.
I love this.
Where previously defenses
You love
were
this
stationary.
fluffy talk?
You will now be able to move these weapons around on the battlefield and gain advantage.
Whoa, dude.
Nice.
And our renowned destruction system is back and more
Yes.
impactful than ever.
Yes, it was a tank, dude.
Well, you can't really hide from those pesky tanks anymore as they come chasing you for you, as they rip through those buildings.
Keep going, tank.
And you will now be able to customize your soldiers, your vehicles, and your weapons, not only for the gameplay, but for the looks, as part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
Their hands must be so
And
cool.
that's just the tip of the iceberg in Battlefield 5. You're going to see a lot more of our new
Max
gameplay
Payne right there.
systems here at EA Play from our community. So let's talk about our single player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game. It's about, what you will see is really those moments of human heroism. It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war. We started off by an exclusive look at the
It's weird how many
war
stills
story
they're showing.
over at the Xbox
And that still was old. They
briefing
used that one
tomorrow.
in the debut.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Nelson.
most of those
Something
are
not to miss
screenshots I already went
tomorrow.
through, yeah.
What's the
So,
release
our
date?
launch in October
Yes.
is just
October.
the beginning.
Oh.
You will all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War. No loot
Black
boxes,
stills.
no premium pass.
Love that. Thank goodness.
Every day will bring something new. And as part of that journey, after launch, you'll get something I know a lot of you have been asking for.
Battle Royale?
It's Royale. It's
Show it.
Show it.
Royale
Show it.
Pretty sure there are people
reimagined
going,
for
"No."
Battlefield. So we bring those pillars of Battlefield with destruction, team play, vehicles
Show
into this
it,
new experience. So we will bring you experience that you haven't played before
So much
in
experience.
Battlefield or
So
anywhere else. But more about that later this year.
It's not ready.
Yeah,
That thing's
It's not ready.
We'll make
They
it
Nobody
just
wants to
decided
show it
so
because they like
special.
have to like
It's the
dumb down the
unmatched
graphics or
intensity
something.
of
Yeah.
our multiplayer sandbox, and this time it's
okay.
even more epic.
Confirmed
Fighting
it, though.
across multiple
Yeah.
maps and modes. Welcome
could just have
to your
tracked down
next
3 run
Battlefield
servers and be
experience,
fine.
and this is your first look at ground operations.
Here we go,
This time,
dude.
even featuring music.
What?
Maybe they.
I think that was a joke
accidentally-
at their own expense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't have music on one time.
Like that Mummy trailer?
Here, is this a multiplayer mode you were talking about?
Yeah.
We jump out of planes at the beginning of it?
Depending on which round it is, probably. Defending or
Sorry, wait,
defending, attacking.
This is the grand
Grand operations.
operation. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like a story trailer, dude. It looks so heavy.
war, man.
Yo, Last of Us.
Terminator.
It's an alright trailer.
That's a good multiplayer trailer.
Ikke en dråpe. Jeg elsker deg.
Juice! Chills. Just got chills.
Nordley's War Story.
In the Xbox briefing tomorrow.
Ah.
Nordley's War Story.
Sweet. Is this straight into FIFA?
Yeah.
Straight into
Quando era
FIFA.
criança,
Wow.
sempre sonhei em tornar-me campeão.
Or there's just a real weird mode in Battlefield.
Oh, do you think we're moving on from Battlefield forever?
Was
That would be
it abrupt?
so
Yeah,
funny.
it's over. That was abrupt.
Now a soldier comes out and just mows him.
Mais difíceis.
They're going to probably just be streaming it after the conference.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe we'll get some of that.
Esta é a tua oportunidade.
That was not enough.
Mostrar ao mundo.
Yeah, that
No.
was pretty brief. Briefer than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Two big announcements: moving artillery and battle royale. I think were the two big takeaways.
That's right. I clicked into a trailer and move it.
Yeah. What did you think about what they said about like jumping through windows or whatever? Do you care?
That's awesome.
You couldn't do
Just
that
more
before.
mobility. Yeah.
Just more mobility.
I don't know if you could like jump through glass, but I think you could hop through windows.
That's what you say.
Yeah.
John Williams.
Yeah.
Like Handle.
Where's the Queen coming out?
I love your music references, Ian, because I don't understand them about this.
Handle
They
is
sound
like-
great.
Yeah, they say it
Messiah,
sounds correct.
Hallelujah.
Oh.
That seems like an
Hold on that
important
shot.
thing that shouldn't be here.
Hold on that
That's
Stay
the
on it.
UEFA Champions League, the pinnacle of club football,
That is a large
where the
cup.
world's best clubs compete.
She's
And
familiar.
icons of the game like Gerrard and Cruyff cemented their legacies. The
Ingvar
world's biggest league joins the
Yeah,
world's
now I see
game.
their name. I don't think it's who I thought it was.
And a special thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer and LA's own Vince
Hans
Staples
Zimmer.
for collaborating with us on the trailer.
That's so
And I really
funny.
love the trailer because it captures our epic vision for how the Champions League comes to life in FIFA 19. And Lena's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
As Aaron said, the UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game. It's where football's biggest
is
heroes
this the one that
like
was exclusive
Ronaldo
to
and Neymar
PES?
clash every year. And it's the place
I
where
don't know.
champions
Let us know,
rise.
Chad Rooney.
And you've been asking for this,
If this
for
is a big
long
deal or not.
time, and we are thrilled that it's here. And that's why we're bringing the Champions League across the game. There'll be an authentic Champions League tournament mode. Your club will chase this trophy in career mode. Alex Hunter will pursue Champions
Damiani
League
confirms
glory
that was
in your
exclusive
story
to
mode
PS.
journey.
Back.
And in FIFA Ultimate Team, there'll be live and authentic
Dude,
Champions
I need to
League
get caught
content.
up on my Alex
And we'll
Hunter
share more
lore.
details of that, along with all our other Ultimate
There's
Team
probably a
features
20-minute
later this
supercut you
summer.
can watch to catch up on.
Yeah.
And all of that's just the beginning. As you know, the heart and soul of FIFA is gameplay. And this year, we're giving you the tools to control the pitch in every moment, from your tactical approach to the match to each technical touch. And we know how passionate you are about gameplay, so we've worked hard to shape and refine our vision for FIFA 19 with input from our community.
Reflecting on something.
From hands-on tests with beginners to detailed feedback sessions with FIFA pros.
Good
And we're going to be
animations, huh?
sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now is that the quality bar in gameplay was raised yet again this year. So we look forward to everybody experiencing the game
So again,
in the
it's
hands-on
like,
sessions this week.
check it out later.
And also, of
Yeah.
course, we're
Yeah.
extremely excited for everybody
So
to
their new
play it
dev
when we
diary is
launch on
just people
September
standing on
28th.
stage saying, check it out later.
I think they're going to
And
dump
that's
a ton
our
of
FIFA
Anthem on us.
19
Yeah, I
news,
think so.
headlined
Yeah.
by the
Like
UEFA
40
Champions
minutes.
League. But I just
Sounds
wanted to
like
take
it,
a
yeah.
minute to pause and reflect. Standing next to this
Literally.
trophy is a little bit surreal.
I can see his reflection.
Well done,
You know,
boy.
growing up, there's 2 iconic trophies that every young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's this one, the pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country,
He did
it's
admire
this
it for a
trophy.
second there.
World Cup.
The
kind of
World
admiring.
Cup.
Dude,
And with the
they
tournament
couldn't get the
starting in
World
just
Cup
5 days,
Look
we're
at that
excited for the
hand.
world to compete
So
for it in
hard.
FIFA 18.
Looks like a Doom hand to me. It just-
Yeah.
As you
Doom
can
guy.
imagine, all of us on the FIFA team can't wait for the start of the World Cup. And we want to celebrate with FIFA 18 players, which is why we've just updated the game with a free World Cup experience on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS, PC, and Nintendo Switch. But you can take Ronaldo and Portugal to their first World Cup victory. Or you can write your own story with some great nations who didn't
Alex
qualify
Hunter.
this year.
Taking us all the
Or
way.
you can make a crazy dream a reality for your home country, like mine, Iceland. Who would have thought that a nation of only 350,000 people would ever qualify? And you can feel their excitement.
Whoa, that unison is terrifying. Oh, that's creepy.
It's like too perfect.
Yeah, you gotta like throw some people
Apologies
off.
to any England fans in the room, that might still sting. And Lena isn't the only one who's excited.
I get
FIFA
that.
18 players are loving the World Cup experience so far. But we don't want to stop there. We want to invite everyone to come and join the celebration. So I'm pleased to announce that for a limited time,
Phone and wallet.
FIFA 18 complete with the entire World Cup experience is available for a free trial on PlayStation 4
Free
and Xbox
trial.
One and on PC through Origin Access. Yeah, you can download and play the entire game right now for free.
It was not a shadow drop.
How long?
That's a shadow drop?
The game's already out, though.
Okay.
So to
So
kick
I'm
off the
confused.
trial, we've got some of the world's
Is the World
biggest
Cup
creators.
stuff free too?
We're going to
Yes.
be playing
Yes.
live at the end of
That's
the
a free
show,
update to the
representing
game.
their
Sweet.
nations in a little mini World Cup tournament.
And this summer will bring so much more for FIFA fans. Plenty of FIFA 18 content centered around the World Cup, and we'll bring you all the details on FIFA 19. But in the meantime, let's all enjoy the World Cup. Thank you, and auf from Island!
Well, yeah, last year I think FIFA introduced me to that one song I really like, Energy. It was a good song.
Did you get trailers? That's pretty crazy, actually. That's like their biggest game, one of their biggest games, to just say, hey, play for free.
There he is.
EA
There he
Not
is.
forever.
FIFA 19. You know, the FIFA community never rests. 20 million people from 60 countries
It's like, I want to
playing
go
in
very
competitive
casual.
leagues
Yeah.
this
Wear
year.
one of my
Well, the
nicest
FIFA
sweaters.
team
As
never
casual
rests
as you can
either,
go.
Really nice
bringing the
sweater.
Champions League and the
Oh, it's
World
probably
Cup
pricey.
and
I
so
know.
much
Yeah.
other great
That's
technology.
$500.
Yeah,
We can't wait
I'm
for
not
you
even
to
trolling. I
experience it
want
all.
that sweater.
We've got
It's not a
so
troll.
much to do here today, but I
Most
want to
exciting
welcome
part
you
of the conference
to
is
EA
the sweater.
Play. It's
Andrew
our
House,
third
how
EA
much was your
Play
sweater?
and our second one
Was
in
it $10,000?
Hollywood, and we couldn't be more excited to have you with us to share
House is gone.
all
This
the
is
games
Wilson.
that we have to show
Whatever.
you.
Okay.
We've got lots to do, but before we get
They're all on
move on,
Andrew,
I'd like
you
to
know?
share just
Yeah.
a couple of things.
They're all
The
Andrews.
greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years is the combination of streaming plus subscription. As consumers, watching movies, watching TV,
Yeah.
Here we go.
listening to music,
I don't like him using the
reading
word
books
consumer.
has
No.
never been easier. And we believe that disruption is going to be have a profound impact on our industry in the next few years.
He's like, I gotta wear a
And so
sweater
over the last
less than
couple
the
of weeks, you
blow.
will have seen that we announced a new team from Israel has joined Electronic Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our pioneering into this cloud gaming world. For many people, that's going to mean extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms.
Is it one of those granola
For
bars?
others, it's going to mean new games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms. But for everyone, it's going to mean playing games anywhere, anytime.
They seem to be
So this
having a
week
good
we've
time.
got a tech demo running. All of our games streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be able to try out for
Yeah,
yourselves.
so this is their version of
Now, it's not
PlayStation
quite
Now,
ready for
basically.
full market prime time yet, but it is a promise of what we hope to bring you in the future.
So this is how they're
The
gonna
second
bring
part
games
of that,
to
of
Switch.
course, is subscription.
Yeah.
Is this
we
the result
started
of Seed?
subscription a number of years
Yeah,
ago, and
that's
many
Seed right
millions
there, right?
of you have signed up and experienced the joy of being able to have full access to a great catalogue of games. Today, we're announcing Origin Access Premiere. So 3 things you need to know about it.
Gouge you. It's like
Origin
EA
Access
Access, but
Premiere
for
will
PC.
bring you all of our
Well, they
new
already
PC
had that.
games,
Yeah, but
starting
not with
with
Premiere at the
Madden
end. That
NFL,
spelling of Premiere is
back on the PC for the first time in over a decade. Then FIFA 19, Battlefield 5, and of course Anthem.
And you'll get it
there'll be
earlier
many
too, I
more
think,
titles
like
in the years to
7
come.
or 8 days earlier.
Second, you get access to the Vault, our library of over 100 games from EA and other publishers. And third, it will launch later this summer. So that's a little later in the year, but if you want to get started right now and experience the benefits and joys of subscription, come in and play a free trial of Origin Access, our base subscription, this weekend. Thank you and have a great show.
He knows his job, dude.
At EA Play,
just lay it out there.
try Origin Access. Or no, he was saying this weekend you can just jump on.
At home.
Yeah, okay, got it.
So it's like Game Pass in that you're getting new games too.
Yeah.
Currently, EA Access and Origin Access, you get kind of like a year-old games or a few months old.
EA Access, you get
Batman?
Battlefield 5 on October 11th, and the normal edition comes out on the 19th. You get like
that'll be the premiere now.
You get like a trial.
It's crazy they got like WB on
I think
board.
they did some of that, but it was not that far out before. Or maybe that was just like if you bought the special edition of the game. Maybe
The
that
special edition is October 16th.
You get it like 2 days early for special edition. Yeah. So for some reason, Batman was there. We saw some indies that EA doesn't own.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, they're talking about stuff
What's
that's
up?
just
So
in the
I'm
Origin
here
store,
sitting
basically.
inside the crowd at EA Play, and I just happened to find Mr. Vince Zampella here in the audience from Respawn.
Show it.
What's going on, Vince? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great.
Show it.
I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
So I'm super excited about that man on PC, right? Yeah. So, you guys may have seen that Vince was tweeting yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation. So, you want to just get right to it?
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass. But we wanted to bring a little tidbit. So we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Yes. Oh, you guys got any guesses? I bet you the internet is going wild right now.
I hope so.
Please don't just
So
be a
the Star
title, man.
Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, so it kind of gives you some idea that you'll be playing a Jedi.
So does that mean I get to like hold the lightsaber?
Yeah. Okay. So we know you're a Jedi
So
with a
Vince,
lightsaber.
you got anything else?
Well, it takes place during the dark times. Trying to be a little vague here, but when the Jedis are being hunted, so it's going to be spectacular.
So for all the hardcore nerds out there
That's
who
a good
want to know
timing.
like where in the timeline, like between which episodes is it?
Between 3 and 4.
Okay, all right, between 3 and 4. That sounds like a nice time. You got any other tidbits?
It's not a nice.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time.
Bad time. Does that mean it's gonna just be all dark and serious?
It's amazing.
All right, so I think people are now anxiously want to know, like, when can we play the game?
It will be holiday of next year, 2019, not this year.
Okay.
Sorry to dash any hopes.
No.
But now that we know, we can set expectations. We're all going to be amped up, and
we're
hopefully
not.
we'll hear
This
from
is the wrong way
more
to
from you
reveal a
maybe,
game.
maybe next year.
Oh yeah.
We already knew
Vince,
you were working on it.
It was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today. We do have a little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
Yeah, that was not a good tidbit. Like, sometimes when people say things, they mean exactly
Hello
what they say.
there. My name is Dennis. I work at DICE in Stockholm on Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm really happy and excited to be here today, so thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. So we launched our game in November of last year, and clearly we didn't get it quite right.
Yeah.
So instead of coming out of the gate sprinting like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game that our players really wanted. So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead. So from there, we added a new hunt mode inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Andor.
This was good.
And
wow, that one frame of the eye.
It turned out to be by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loved building Ewok hunts.
No, don't stop.
It's like a 10-second
as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season.
They look like the
from the
Fallen
movie
in
coming
Destiny.
next week. It's headlined by the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place, and it features the return of one of our favorite modes, Extraction. So looking forward a little bit, this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends. We're also adding a new starfighter mode focused around dogfighting with your hero ships. And looking ahead a little bit more, we will also be delivering a new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and attacking and taking out capital ships. But that's not all. We know that you have been asking for new heroes, villains, and planets from a certain era that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars.
Let's get ready to see some characters from the prequel trilogy.
It's only fitting that we begin on the planet Geonosis, featuring multiple levels, including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront.
Geonosis, from the best Star Wars films.
So let's talk about the heroes and villains. First, let me introduce
dude!
Please.
The most
Grievous, you got me.
The leader of the most powerful droid army in the galaxy, General Grievous.
They did a lot of dodge
He will be going up against my own personal favorite,
everybody was doing
Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's crazy.
Finally making his debut in Battlefront after all these years.
Nice.
So, but we're not done. That's not it. They will not come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku.
Yes.
As well as someone to bring balance to the Force, Obi-Wan's unruly Padawan, Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, okay.
The team at home is extremely excited to be building all of these cool things. EA and DICE are committed to Battlefront. We had a rough start, but I really think that this game has a bright future.
No, it's
Thank you very much for playing the
if I can be
game,
Alec Guinness,
providing
then
us
I'm
with your
in.
feedback, talking to us together. We will make this the greatest game that we can possibly build. There would be no Battlefront without you.
That's why I like a new
So thank you. May the Force be with you, and enjoy the rest of E3. Thanks.
I actually thought that would be way more apologetic than it was.
Yeah. Still, like, not an amazing conference.
Love him so much.
Oh. Is this the... What was it? The C?
Oh! They went dark and gritty, Kyle.
You better pop, Yarny.
Dude, this is popping. Wave physics.
Tomb Raider.
It is very Tomb Raider, isn't it?
Yeah. Yarny Tomb Raider.
Bioshock. Yeah, dude.
Dude, if Andrew Ryan shows up right now.
No.
You're magic.
Oh no.
Yarny!
Lost that scene. What was that? It was like a flare went up.
Yo, once he gets saturated with water, he won't be able to swim. He's been a yarn. Yarny's life kind of sucks, huh?
Yes. It's tough to be Yarny.
Dude, that was
heavy.
Oh,
that was so heavy. Yeah, is he dead?
They're gonna play it.
It's really good to see you.
He comes out, he's like, Yarny is dead. Yarny's dead.
We didn't want to make it.
Yarn.
We spent all the money on that trailer.
Love and the bonds between people. In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the start. You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest, you find hope.
Hey.
And you form a new bond.
Hello, Yarny.
And your spark is rekindled.
Oh,
and
this is
you go off
delightful.
on an adventure.
It's like
Yeah.
So welcome to Unravel 2.
Oh.
Spelled out. It's 2, so you have 2 players.
It's a game about fresh
Dang finger
starts
tattoos
and
and
second
finger
chances.
Nope.
These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new and
He's got a red
beautiful
and a blue,
together.
like the Yarnies.
And the
Because they're
whole
gonna see
game
his
is
friends
inspired by that spirit of optimism
he's got some
and
yellows.
togetherness.
I love this.
You see, it's all made to be played with 2 characters. You can play it alone, or you can play it in co-op with a friend, but there's always 2 characters there, sharing one yarn and working
Cherry,
together
fair
to get through
comparison.
this adventure.
Feels
This
really
game,
floaty.
it's quite different from the first. It's both friendlier and more challenging, but above all, it's a lot more playful. And we think it's a worthy successor.
Yeah, the zero like
And
gravity.
I want to show it to you now. So
I want to see
brought
some air
help.
dashes.
So please welcome Michael to the stage. So a producer at Coldwood.
This is cool. I thought the age of live demos was over.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself, essentially.
They're in love.
Nothing better than a good
Uh-oh.
debug mode. Okay. Oh,
there we are.
We just learned something.
All right. Behind the scenes.
Was that like every level we just saw?
Yeah.
The whole game?
So when you're playing it by yourself, you can essentially pick up the other character and carry them along through the more fast-paced segments of the game.
Fast-paced. Here we go.
Alex
And we
Hunter
actually
be in the
try to
background.
include a bit more of those because
I
we
would
figured
love an
that
Alex
since it's a
Hunter
cross
crossover.
game, we wanted to have more like
Yo, get out of there.
thrill
Sort of
and
like a
danger.
bird
and kind of
chasing you,
wow
Kyle.
moments.
Yeah.
Is that doing it for you?
Is that
Places
popping?
that
It's
were,
popping
like,
a little
fun
bit.
to play.
You got a bird chasing you.
He's still slower than Sonic the Hedgehog.
And then when you get to the more
Birds love
puzzly areas
yawning.
like this, when you're problem solving, you can split apart into 2 and switch back and forth between the 2 characters. Because that's how we've essentially designed all the problems and puzzles of the game, that
Yeah, what are you gonna
you're
do,
always
bird? Eat the
working
yarn?
together and helping
Yeah.
each other out.
He needs to build his nest.
Utilizing this bond between you to
hands
overcome
even
any
build?
obstacle that you come across. So I guess I'll jump in at this.
Yeah, come join me. So I'm gonna be the red one.
Okay.
You'll be the blue one.
I'll be blue.
Oh, so he just aggroed him? That was what he did by lifting that?
Celebratory flip there.
Okay.
Like the music.
And the bird is back.
Turkeys, dude.
Yeah, I feel bad for being so cynical
playing
about
it safe for now.
Unravel. This is a cool game.
It looks beautiful.
So one thing I noticed when you hit pause was appearance was the first option.
Oh,
I bet like Little Big Planet, we get to customize our dudes a lot.
That'd be cool.
Can I swing now? Okay, you go ahead.
Or the horns. You can like change the horns.
Yeah, collar probably too.
Okay, this is the scary part. Let's see if we can.
It's cool. It's like co-op Bionic Commando.
I like this pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool.
The platforming here.
It's popping.
Yeah.
Wall jumps.
Wall jump, dude.
Run!
Buster.
It's weird because he feels like he's in the background, so he doesn't feel like a threat.
Yeah.
Sweet, well done.
I like how he looks back at his partner. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go up and distract the ground.
Sure.
And
I'll sneak up here.
Distract him. Yeah,
Whole aggro.
for sure.
okay, your turn.
Yeah. Look at me.
Here you go. keep him up with the
Kyle plays MMOs.
Yeah, there's like a heavy tanking mechanic in this game.
Taunt.
All right.
Look at that bird going nuts.
Pull you up. There you go.
I like crawling up the things.
This is a really good live demo. I'm into this kind of thing.
Yeah.
The other games should have had this. Battlefield should have had
They
this.
should have showed something.
Yeah.
Nothing's ready.
Now we can breathe
apparently,
again.
on that game.
Yeah.
Finally.
Or can we?
Although on the other hand, like we've seen Battlefront.
So that's a quick little look at Unravel 2.
I'll clap for that.
Good looking game.
Yeah, I really hope you like it. And before I go, I just want to send some love to the team back home, because working on this game has been a completely amazing team effort on so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home, and thank you. Love you.
Aww. I'll clap for that too.
I like that guy.
Love it. Love it.
Who'd he point to?
You.
Okay. Yeah. It's the wrong camera. That soundtrack flood.
Yeah. I'm popular.
Yeah, this might not be part of the soundtrack.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh, never mind. Sounds like Aurora.
Sounds right. When you said
Sounds right, right? Yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That was sick.
Kind of reminds me of Trine.
I was just thinking that, dude.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Nails, bud.
Check that door for heat.
Yeah.
This is a really good trailer. Whoa. This is the first good trailer of the whole show. Yeah. And the FIFA stuff is great.
Nice.
Good bird.
Good bird, sweet.
That bird is terrified.
Real cool.
Wow, great way to do it. Not only a live demo, but a trailer as well.
The game is really strong.
Reveal, live
These
demo,
guys have
and
done
then
an amazing
like
job.
an in-depth
It's
gameplay
clear
trailer.
They got it
They have a
covered.
lot of passion,
Unravel 2.
and I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids.
Who's this guy?
But what's even more amazing
Executive
is that
Vice
we'll make
President.
Unravel 2 available to everyone today.
Number 2, basically.
Yep,
There it is.
you heard that right.
There it is.
You'll be able to take these two yarnies on their next
That's
big
a shout
adventure.
That's a major shout
When
out.
it's finished, it's out.
Dude! Yeah! Yeah! Oh yeah!
Nice work, EA.
Yeah! Thank you to the team at home. Back in
Yes,
2013,
that's awesome.
We started on this journey with the original Unravel to seek out the most creative, independent developers and bring them into our EA Originals
That's
program. It's been our way of helping these creators bring their unique games to the world and to tell their story.
So hype.
And last year, if
For
you
that
remember,
game
Joseph
too.
Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Haze Light.
Way
and
out
Way
too,
Out.
Kyle. Let's go.
I think we all kind of remember that. And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well. I think in March, that game caught fire. It's innovative, it's fun.
Patrick
and it's
gave him a
something fresh
call.
and new.
That's the
And you all
impression
love
I
it.
get.
We saw
Great
over
game.
2 million
Don't
players in the first
skip.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's just like pump the
And A
brakes
Way
on.
Out is such a huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio. So
New
stories
studio.
like this drive
Not a
our
new-
industry,
not a
and it's
sequel.
why we will continue to work with independent developers to help
So
them realize their
close.
dreams.
He was
Which leads us to
3
our
words
next
away.
Unravel's title from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we have ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
Sea of
Solitude.
Yeah, this
Already
game
on
looks
board.
sick. This looks really, really cool.
Thank you, Patrick.
So nervous.
Is that a Kraftwerk shirt?
It
Deep
is.
breath.
Sick.
I remember during the pitch how enthusiastic Patrick was, and that afterwards, like our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now. I'm pretty excited, maybe a little too excited.
She's cool.
Thank you.
E3.
We are Yomai, a small indie game studio from Berlin, and we are developing Sea of Solitude, or SOS as we call it. The whole journey
Play on words there.
the very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing. Let me tell you more about our game. When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters. This is at the core of everything.
She's
you
not
will
wrong,
see,
though. She's
hear,
right.
and hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this underlying concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life. I think as an artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art. I'm still amazed how the concept seems to just float out of me right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and families see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways so that players who want to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so. But player who wants to look a bit deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath it all. Sea of Solitude is about a young woman named Kay who is suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human. Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part or your self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy or your hope. This is what being human is all about. And that's what our game is all about. Thank you.
Wow.
She's great.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were a monster. Cool.
This world that I live in is empty and cold. The loneliness cuts me and tortures my soul. I'm no child of destiny and no fortune's son. I've just chased you so long now, I'm too weak to run. A new day is here, but nothing is new.
Whoa.
Alone in my room, I tremble for you.
Wow.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. I think the speech in front of that actually was good.
Yeah, that was like the first time that someone's been on a stage talking, and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Because it was very earnest.
Yes. She was not reading off the teleprompter.
Right.
Be alive.
Good looking Be Alive.
The last year's was a big improvement.
This year's is like $5 right now.
Yeah, the newest one was actually a big step up.
Okay.
They keep improving, keep improving.
The 2018 one is $5?
You gotta put the time.
Trust the process. Run as one. Call next. Or be the answer. As long as you hold your course.
Do I get to be Allen Iverson, or is that someone just wearing an Iverson jersey?
I was wondering that too.
Just remember though, wherever you call home, whatever your fit, or however you ball, you are my court.
So this is like a start in the neighborhood, go to the big leagues kind of deal?
They have both. I think there's amateur to professional, and also you just start in the professional.
Okay.
Yeah. Customer 7. It's coming up.
It's in the game. I've heard that. David Hayter out of work.
I'm from Seattle, Washington.
David Hayter used to do that?
He used to do that. Yeah, he's in the game.
No,
really?
The industry turned on him.
EA Sports.
Kojima's fallen son.
It's a big
He's
night
not a
for
snarky guy.
I don't like them selling the BM. That's wrong.
Yeah.
First championship game, looking to accomplish a
They shouldn't encourage that in their athletes, I think.
Maybe that's just literally the best footage they have. This guy's just so like
You're right, it's
sad all the time. You're so right. Yeah.
More than I love winning.
Oh, we have a incredible matchup. It's a rematch.
All right, yeah, it's part of the narrative. I get it.
He throws it high, and young Kev is going to be your champion. Can I play you again? You want to get smacked again on TV? Happy face,
Madden 18 champion.
He's finally done it.
It's a nice belt, though.
Oh, here he is. Maybe he's chiller in real life.
Okay, baby, how you doing?
This guy needs to be ultimate.
Still recovering from that butt whooping? Wow, already starting. Okay. Hi,
Still
everybody.
recovering from
I'm
that
Juju
butt
Smith-Schuster
whooping?
from the Pittsburgh Steelers. As you guys can see, king of touchdown celebrations. That's pretty fire.
He's right.
I like that a lot.
Man, right there.
Yeah.
As you guys know, this
Hadouken,
young
sir.
kid,
Yeah, he is. He did that
Madden
Hadouken. He did that in real life.
Really?
Madden
Yeah.
champion. Like,
Cool.
give it up for young kid, y'all. Give it up.
Everyone's like,
Yay.
Yeah.
Young kid.
Congrats.
How has it been? You know, your success and your path, you know, to where you're at today.
Do you think so? He's got a pocket sticking out.
I've
on
always
those.
been a competitor.
not his pants.
When I was
Oh,
in
okay.
high school, I was playing
Juju's
baseball.
pants.
Juju's nailing it on the pants.
Juju's amazing.
Blind boy is
I was
strong
really
with
bad.
his
I was getting
pants.
blown out online, but
He
I
probably
kept at
paid
it. I
$400
put more and
for
more time
predestroyed
into it.
jeans.
Yeah.
Eventually, I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation.
We're being mean to this
Wow. Okay. So the key to be
That's my choice.
the #1 player in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball. That's number one. Number two, you said you had the decision to go to your graduation or go to the tournament. So, like, what did you do? I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but I chased that money. There you go. We're out here chasing money. That's awesome. Okay, now the past two,
He's not wrong.
past few years,
You're out there
how has it
chasing
been for you?
money.
I know you
Yeah.
had some ups and downs. It's been tough. I've had a lot of devastating losses. I've been so close so many times. I made the final on TV and got blown out by all those losses. It made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's how I got this belt. That's awesome. That belt is so amazing.
Immune to
There's a lot of,
mental
bling on that belt for you. Well, today, EA Play, first look at the Madden 19 trailer. Super excited. It's going to be so fun. It's lit. I honestly wish I can stay right here and talk to you guys forever, but I'm not going to board you guys. We're going to go out. I'm going to try to take this belt, round 2. So we're out.
Oh, he took it.
Run,
Run,
Juju,
run! That was so weird. That was so weird.
That was pretty weird. That was pretty weird.
I think
That was
the
a
idea,
nosedive.
Brad, I think the marketing idea is that we think we're that boy,
Dude.
Right.
and we can be up on that stage.
To come off like an actually good, heartfelt, earnest message from Sea of Solace
into that.
into that is like a
You got your butt
brutal
whipped.
180.
Yeah.
Legends are born.
Yeah.
Where's Tom Brady?
Forget about Tom Brady. We have Eli
Unravel.
Manning, baby.
Where's Tom Brady?
And you rise so that you can truly
Why was
see
Eli Manning
There's
the
your
first quarterback they
baby.
showed?
that it was really never about reaching the end of the road at all,
Need a sack, Brady?
Your boy.
but about
Yeah.
all the moments
Brady.
that got you here.
Face mask.
Got away with one. That's why they do it. Percentages.
So, if you were in their position, would you let the moment
he's all right.
define you? Or will you define the moment?
Get it, Juju.
Is that him talking?
No, that'll be him catching the ball.
Oh.
Get Juju.
That was an alright trailer. I don't know. As far as football trailers, right?
Sure.
The parts I understood were great.
It was
Slamming around.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nathanius, professional shoutcaster, here alongside Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez. How you doing today?
Redwood?
Super excited to be
What
here.
are you up to?
Yeah, we're going to do this presentation a little bit differently and give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live winner-take-all head-to-head match. Michael, why don't you tell us the rules?
Sure thing. The objective is straightforward. Destroy the opponent's base to win. Unit control, super simple. Just tap the destination, unit automatically moves there. The most efficient way to destroy the opponent's base is with this giant nuclear missile in the center of the map. Control the missile by standing on a majority of the control points.
Command and
That would be why they don't
on
say
this.
the title yet, right?
I will
control
be
the missile.
hurt.
When the bar fills up, we'll fire the missile.
But the games
Take
are short
2
enough that they're about
missiles
to
to
play
destroy
one?
the enemy's base.
Oh my
and win.
gosh. If this is
That's
Command and Conquer, I'm
Sounds great,
so
Michael.
hurt.
Well, enough talking about it. Let's get to this match.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome matchup lined up for you here today. Fighting for the blue side of the room. If you could please give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
How have they not said what the game is?
Yes.
Because it's a big reveal.
I really
and it might be
expected it to be
Command
like
and
a
Conquer.
kid, like a little kid.
He's got stats.
His opponent
got a, like,
fighting for the
spinning bird
red
logo.
side of the room. A competitive mobile gaming phenomenon. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Nick at Night.
Damn.
Funny name. Came out from the same side of the room.
I see 3 people applauding.
Oh yeah,
including
no
that
one
guy.
Mike, it's going to be a real clash of these gaming styles and the competitive backgrounds that these players have. It should be a great match.
It really is. I can't wait.
All right, are the players ready? Let's get this thing going.
Jolly though. They're both just okay.
All right, let's kick
They all know what
this.
jolly.
Nice
That's
to
the thing. We should not have the shoutcaster. This should be
It's a
jolly.
good genre. I'm very
should be
excited
two little
for this. The
kids
players
playing
are
this game
loading
against each
in, and we are ready to
It's a good genre.
off. The players' bases have been deployed, and the action begins like any strategy game. Economy will be the focus. We have
What is
Harvester to
happening
start.
right now?
There's a slow moving.
Nick and Knight being able to reach it a little bit first. It is trying to get that current position. That In Control's going for the top side.
This is
Also
turning this
very
to
important
StarCraft?
as
Like,
Nick
come
Knight's
on,
versus
dude.
the circle around the center.
Right, let's see if he's able to create a
Oh my God.
Is he able to
What?
get
You don't need that shot.
Here comes GDI.
You don't need that shot. Take it away.
Going for the anti-infantry, and like any strategy game, the units that you're going to use when you deploy them.
the worst thing you can do.
This is
Actually
management
hacking
of your
your
forces
screen.
and protecting
We're at
your
rock
economies.
bottom right now.
Nick and Knight was
Dude, all
attack
this
bikes
said
at the
though,
top.
like, I'd play
In
this.
Control placing the turret
It's
on
the
the
wrong
top
demo
right
for
side.
Yeah, I don't want to see it at
That Rhino
E3, but I'd play this.
It's kind of cool to have a simplified RTS. We have to grab the resources and build.
The mechanics seem cool with like the 3 and the 3, but
to hold those controls.
But like, are they legit?
Control
Like,
making
did
a
they
lot of
rehearse
progress to
this
that
so they
far
know
right
how long
side
it'll
of the
take, or
map.
could this take like anywhere
It's done
between
a
5
great
and
job
20
of pulling
minutes?
that down with the
This is
turret.
the rest of the
And now he's
conference.
redeploying
Yeah,
vehicles.
yeah. This is Anthem.
This is the Battlefront 2 segment.
Companion game.
Yeah, this is why they haven't told us what it is.
Units come out. We have there the drill pod coming in the left side.
You wanted an RTS.
I swear
I did. I said, yeah, you're right.
Tear through
that voice is so Command and Conquer.
Like the resource, right? Like the crystals.
Yeah.
To the south
I
side,
bet
that
this
missile
is another
passing
shadow drop,
halfway
too.
now.
Yeah, I bet it's that.
How did we get here?
That's why they haven't told us the title, because they don't want us to go on our
towards
phones and try to find it yet.
Let's see if
I think it might be ready.
It's Command and Conquer.
That's a really good theory.
Hold that missile.
Right now.
He does.
App
Test the missile,
App
put it into the
Store.
yellow position.
If they follow this up
Very
with a
important, of course,
new
blocking
actual
the pathing of those units is another
They have
big
to go
factor
full
for
screen
this
right now,
strategy.
because we have
Filling
no
those
idea
spaces
how it
is
is.
so crucial as In Control
Go full
begins
screen.
to secure the northwest spot.
Stop
Another
this.
tank's going to come out from Nick at Night to take it out. But
I'm
now
so
he's bringing out the
frustrated.
Pipple as well to help lock down that north
This
position.
missile is very, very close to firing.
Cool
Let's see what's gonna
fingers,
happen.
dude.
With another turn, In Control flanks, he takes the top that missile,
And then
fires
off. Wow.
and Nick at Night one shot away from being knocked out here.
Feels good.
As the next one will start to ready up in just a moment's time. In Control's very heady artillery.
There we go.
Great job.
Would have been nice for the missile shot.
There's a
but
video game in
It's
here.
okay.
Yep, those tanks, those jeeps.
As more of Nick and Knight's forces move up towards that north position,
I do
those
like the
harvesters,
name
of course,
Nick
very
and
crucial,
too.
very
I really
important to
like
protect
it.
those. As your economy allows you to get these big late game units. The units are going to come out a bit more slowly as you get more of them on the field. But In Control, it's just
The bread
spreading
and
his
butter
forces
of an
out, trying to
RTS.
hold this advantage that he's had so
Economy.
far.
Nick at Night is trying to get in there, but there's a great turret placement from In Control,
screwed
blocking
Nick at
and
Night.
just ripping through again those infantry.
All I can see is like the planning meetings.
So now moving his tank towards.
Somebody
Another drill
promised
power
this would be
flame
huge.
tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring in the flame.
Somebody said,
forces.
I don't
They
know
guys
if we
do
should do
amazing
this,
damage
but
to the
instead it's like
infantry,
when they
help to
canceled
clean that
I
out.
Love Lucy.
Meanwhile, 2 more tanks
Well,
coming
just
out
killed Nick
from
at
Nick at Night to try and secure those positions. He brings up the laser infantry on the south side as well to deal with that tank, going for counters, trying to scout out and see what your opponent is doing.
Historically
and make a proper
inaccurate
response.
joke,
So important strategy.
Absolutely. Nick at Night cruising around, thinking about harassing those harvesters, coming around the far side for those rhinos. Looks like he's really pressing it.
And we see that missile is starting to get close to firing with 3 zones of control for Nick and Knight, looking to send things back the other way. In Control trying to rally his side. He doesn't want to engage with just 1 or 2 units. He wants to move all of them together.
He has a goal line. Here we go.
First mech unit.
The mechanics actually seem legit, though.
Gonna rip that missile
Sure.
Kind of, man, but like,
In
Control, just put him out.
This is just not the way to do this. This should have been a trailer at most.
Dramatic comeback. Let's see what happens.
We'll have control of Wolverines, as you pointed out, for In Control coming out to try
I mean,
and
it could have
deal
been a
with these forces.
tidbit.
But Nick and Knight's done a great job getting map presence.
This is when we have a guy sitting in the audience like, hey, there's a phone game on,
Okay,
check
we
it
got
out.
our first mammoth tank
I'll give you a little
on the board.
tidbit.
If In Control can get this in position,
To me, this is them saying like this will have huge
that missile
esports
just
appeal.
past halfway ready.
Which
He's
is
also
weird.
bringing out his
Yeah.
first air unit
Wow.
to deal with those.
I mean, they said Nick at Night
It's got a lot of range that they
mobile
play,
esports,
and
yeah.
mobile
Yeah,
esports just
yeah,
needs
so
to
I
play.
guess there's a Clash of
It's
Clans.
nearly
Yeah,
gonna fire.
Clash of Clans
It can
for
be
sure.
stolen at
But it's
any-
like,
Where's it gonna go?
And Hearthstone.
the fact that like they both got a
Got it
hit,
back. There it is.
like
Gonna
it feels
take
super
it.
scripted.
Defeating Nick at Night here
legit.
6-1.
Dude, that was epic.
Amazing.
Hey guys, it's Command
What a
and
match.
Conquer.
Thank you so much.
That was awesome.
Any thoughts, guys?
I just came to make mammoth tanks, so I've done my job. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was
Thank you
awesome.
so
We saw a
much.
little bit of
like
everything
him.
right there.
Perfect. Let's hear it for Nathanius, Nick at Night, and In Control. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the worldwide reveal of Command and Conquer Rivals.
Yeah,
Rivals reimagines the real-time strategy experience for mobile. We're giving players complete, continuous control of their armies in quick, competitive, head-to-head matches.
Complete, continuous
by
control.
skill and strategy. Now, Rivals will be coming to iOS and Android devices, but I'm excited to announce that Android players can play the pre-alpha today.
Oh, that's why I
So
couldn't
head to
find
Google
it.
Play
Pre-alpha,
Store,
baby.
Command and Conquer Rivals. The studio has been having an absolute blast playing this
That
game.
phrase means nothing
We can't wait for you
to public,
play.
right?
Please let us know what
It's
you
not a
think.
pre-alpha.
Thank you.
I mean, it's early access.
I think people watching E3 understand the
What's
phrase
this?
pre-alpha.
This is the real Command and Conquer now.
Yeah.
Please. Or just the CG trailer.
Or just the
it's
trailer that we should have
Oh,
had.
it's a CG trailer from the phone game.
When does
I expect
Arnold?
to see this ad a lot.
Yeah, when does Arnold show up to voice something?
Why do phone games have all these
Kate
expensive
Upton comes
trailers?
in.
Yes!
Kate Upton shows up.
Just some general in a war, just yes!
There's like a Pip Boy here too.
I'm killing it!
Step up your game, EA. It still says pre-register.
Uh-oh.
Rockworm.
Tremors.
No! The good thing is that they didn't leave with this, because that would have been depressing.
Yes, you're right, Blood.
Oh, there you go.
No. Don't let them do that to you.
Yeah, don't
Come
fall for the bait.
on!
Don't
Do not let them do that to you. Trying to pander. Oh, Max pander.
Command and Conquer for a new generation.
You're like salt on the wound.
Spectacular epic
Don't.
anthem. I wanted to share a
That
few
hurts.
final things.
It's alright. It's alright.
I'm blessed
Destroy the past.
to be able to
Kill it
work
if you
with
have
some of the
to.
most creative people
If
on the
it's successful, maybe
planet
we'll
who come
get
to
a
work every
proper
day
one.
to create
You know,
amazing
one
entertainment.
step leads to
And
another.
what I can say about all of
Positivity.
those
Positivity.
teams, and what I can say about us is that we are
That's why I did
always
Castlevania.
trying to
Exactly.
learn
One
and
step leads to
listen
another.
and strive
Sometimes.
to be better.
Sometimes.
And so, as you
That's
look at
enough
the
for
10
hope.
experiences that you're going to
Also,
see
Andrew has
today,
only done two
and as you
things.
play games this week,
I expect her to
there's
be
some
like-
things we hope
Yeah,
come through.
Yeah, me too.
First,
Andrea.
that at the
She'll do
very
Anthem.
core is choice. Is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on. That in making those choices, you feel
hinting
you are
at it.
treated fairly. That no one is given an unfair advantage or
He's apologizing
disadvantage
for
for
microphone
how they
action.
choose to play.
He is.
That for every moment that you invest, we know that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that for every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value for that investment. And most importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly enhance your lives. And so, as we think through all the things that we're trying to do, know that we want to be better and that we want to make great games. And that as much as we love making games and as much as you love playing them, there's something that is even greater that we can do together. The power of this community when we come together to do amazing things is profound. Last weekend was the 3rd year of our Play to Give program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support of Play to Give. And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world. A world where representation and equality are not something we strive for, they are the standards. And where bullying and exclusion are not an everyday thread. These 3 organizations, the United Nations He for She, PACE's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give. And thank you for your support. Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good because we love games. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for the incredible privilege of making games for all of you. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at Anthem.
Immeasurable good.
Kind of measurable, though.
Good vibes all around.
The gods vanished.
Dragons.
And left our world in chaos. Creating. Altering. Destroying. The Anthem is all that remains.
Oh.
There's a storm coming. These walls can't protect us forever.
You think Anthem is the hub world? Or like their main
organization? Throw all your hands up. Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Something is out there. It wants to destroy us all.
Same footages.
Yeah.
Tight night.
Some muse going on now? Yeah. Like a weird path thing. Isn't the name of that song Anthem? Is it? I don't know. Do we like that trailer?
I don't know.
To start, to set the tone.
Yeah, set the tone.
Give a little more background into what Anthem is, like storyline-wise.
They did show, you know, what looks like some abilities and stuff, but this weird flashy thing though, I don't like.
How cool was that trailer? You guys have seen it a couple times, and it's still cool every time I see it.
She loves it.
So I know all of you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem since last year because we're all BioWare fans. So we're going to do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm going to bring out some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Rutzard.
Casey Hudson, back on the game. Is he off the game right now? Yeah, he left BioWare entirely
to go work at Xbox.
All right, thanks guys. Thanks for coming out today. Just got a little game to show, right?
Yep.
It's going to be very exciting. So Casey, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in and get started with you. So now we know that you all started, or Casey, you started your career at BioWare way back in the day, but you took a couple years off. But before you came back, you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome to be making games for BioWare fans. You know, we have the best fans. So it's been super satisfying to come back to it, and you know, I just want to build the legacy of the studio, and that's kind of where it started with Anthem, is just thinking about, you know, what is the evolution of a BioWare game, and we wanted to create a brand new world to discover, a whole new world of story and character, but we also wanted to do something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. We also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with story sort of bolted on this side, but something new and different, and I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Your fans really love
Damiani got us a release date for Anthem,
BioWare,
February 22nd,
I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make story work in this shared world.
So a great story for BioWare is really about characters that you can have a connection with, choices you get to make, and feeling like the story's about you. In a lot of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer and story into the same areas.
Help me out.
You can build a solution to that, but you have to really build it into the core of the game. And that's what we've tried to do with Anthem. It's what we call our world, my story. So when you're out in the open world, the world is really dangerous, and you're focused on your mission. And this is where other players get to play with you. So when you say your world, our story? The thing that's really interesting about this, it's unique for Anthem, is that this is a living shared world. So whether or it's nighttime, what we're experiencing together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing.
That's kind of cool.
And this is what we mean when we talk about our world. It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then when I finish my mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus. And this is a single player experience. I turn in my rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the choices of my action. And this is where your story really lives and breathes. And by doing it this way, we're able to combine that impact and agency of a single player story with the fun of teaming up with your friends to play co-op in combat.
Cool. And we're also designing it so that we can add story for years to come. So one of the first things that we hear when from our community is they want to continue to play in our worlds. When they've finished Mass Effect or Dragon Age, players want more story. And so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come. And it could be anything. A new moment with a character that you've grown to love, or an event in the world that deepens the lore, or an entirely new storyline and plot.
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either. So Kathleen, I wanted to ask you, from a writing perspective, since you are the lead writer, can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the beginning?
Well, what's really exciting for us, and not just the writers, but all of the devs, the designers, the artists, is that we're creating something new and mysterious for players to discover. So at the heart of the premise of Anthem is a world left unfinished by the gods. But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the Anthem of Creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violent storms, mutated creatures, gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe in.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual property, or IP, as we've been saying. Now, you know, we've seen all these different creatures, and Mark, you mentioned the storms. What's the process of creating a game like from scratch?
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare. You know, and really the hardest part is getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we try to do is we think about the new experiences that we're trying to unlock for players. So like, what is the fantasy fulfillment? What are the new things you actually get to go and do that are different from what you've played before? So that's where we start. And then once we think about those things, you know, that's the power of creating new IP, especially for games, is that you actually get to build a whole fictional universe that's meant to bring out a certain experience. And then once we do that, then we still need to build all the rest of the stuff, and what unlocks us creatively is to think about like principles around art style, tone, and even the technology and the politics of our new world. And then from there, we can actually go and build out every last detail.
Yeah, and one of the unique challenges for Anthem is that it's a world, an experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening
February 2019
right
is
now.
soon.
And so the world is always changing.
For early concept art,
whether the
that's
storm,
been looping. I've seen this feed.
It's been looping. Yeah,
and
it's like,
yeah, it's a really great concept to write for, because what it means is it gives us the opportunity to draw into the world almost in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for everyone. And that could be anything from gameplay to lore.
No more.
I mean, all of the moving parts in the dynamic world sound really cool, the way that they sound like they're going to come together. Yeah. But even though there's obviously a lot going on, it really all comes back to your character.
Cool,
so let's talk about who we're going to be playing as and why we're fighting these crazy beasts.
So you are a freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot these javelin exosuits.
Yeah,
and you need those suits to survive and fight in this world, because the world will kill you. But on top of that, our ancient rivals, the Dominion, have they've discovered a way, they think, to weaponize the Anthem of creation, and so we need to stop them and protect the free people of Tarsus.
That's Mauve.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4, and they each have unique abilities. There's the Ranger, and then there's the Colossus.
Colossus, let's go.
Well done, Andrea. And finally, the Storm.
Nice. Yeah, so each javelin gives you a different way to play the game. But the thing to remember is, like Kathleen said, you're not your suit. You are a freelancer, a pilot, which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage in, or the javelins that your friends are using. So really what this allows us to do is
I think that's a good distinction.
We built the suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world. So they each have their own unique abilities. So let's take a look at the Ranger now. The Ranger is a more generalized suit, able to do a lot of different things.
A lot of numbers.
Really designed for up close and personal combat, one-on-one.
He's always a Ranger.
The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them devastate the battle.
Yes! Oh, that looks great. Oh my goodness.
I'm just going to say the Storm looks like it's going to be my favorite, and I'm sure you guys out there are picking your faves right now, too.
Show us the cool one.
So the javelins are awesome, but we're going to take a couple questions right now. So Casey tweeted something amazing asking for people out there to send us your questions. And the first one is going to be from Sweet Nicole. As a player who is all about making their character their own, what kind of customization options will be available in Anthem?
Yeah, so we really want players to express themselves, both through customizing the way their javelin plays, through gear and weapons, but also being able to personalize the way that it looks.
But I think they were fishing for that question.
As well as changing the actual geometry of the suit itself. We want teams to be able to do this as well. And because you're going to be using a javelin for a long period of time, we really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that up, because actually, Jay Legato has a question connected to customization. Monetization. How, when, loot box, cosmetics?
Nice question.
Yeah, so we are going to have some cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase, but you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power.
Alien meat.
So that means no ability to spend money on gameplay advantage at all within Anthem. But even more important than that, we want to make sure that Anthem is an immersive experience that feels like it's complete from the get-go. So that means a main story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time. New story, new experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin pink. That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest. All right, Casey, we talked earlier about this being a co-op experience. So can you tell me a little bit about how the team gameplay in Anthem is going to work?
Yeah, it really is about the fun of teaming up as a team of superheroes and working together. So you want to get a few people together of different classes. So I think here we're going to see the Colossus. Just hammering people on the ground in gameplay.
That thing looks awesome.
Have a look at that.
They can both be Colossus.
Yeah, it's got a chain gun.
In melee combat. And then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from above. And then they're using combos and special abilities and stuff like that.
They just want
demo.
Can't wait for the meta.
You don't just run around, you're swimming and flying as well.
This is cool.
So it's interesting because the Slate Tones wants to know, how will you balance multiplayer with single-player storytelling?
So Anthem's really built around trying to combine the impact of having your own personal story with the fun of playing with other players. But we really want to make sure that that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now, going out into an open world like this by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than if the team of 4 people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op experience
it is a
to be
team of
fun
4. I was
even
wondering
for people that
how
don't
many
normally
people would
engage in
actually
this
do
kind of thing. So I really hope that everyone at least gives co-op a try.
Okay, that's good to know. If you want to roll solo, you can, but it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about we show a little gameplay?
I'm on a beta right now.
You guys want that?
Come on.
All right, so Kevin, I think you're going to set this up for us?
I will. So, you and your friends have decided to play a mission called Scars and Villainy. The Scars have put together an acid-based super weapon, so you got to take them out. So you start in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations. You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we.
She's like the kind of writer I wish I could be. She's got all this lore internalized
then
right
you
now.
just get into your javelin suit and you head out
She can
with
just
your
go
friends.
off right now.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
Yeah, right. More. I think it looked cool.
The QA wasn't as weird as I thought it was.
Yeah, it was decent.
It was better than the Trevor Noah one.
That's because Andrea is so hyped on this game too.
Yeah.
Love it.
Freelancer, time to get to work.
Faye said these bastards made some kind of acid. They're using it as a weapon. So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
Yeah. Inside the suit, you mean? Asbestos. Purple, giant purple butterflies.
Low-level creatures. Don't waste your bullets.
I mean, it could have been high-level creatures you don't want to mess with.
Sure.
Well, acid-based blood.
What's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby. Take a look around the area, but
there's your ghost.
Be careful.
Yeah. Does that sound like Paul Bettany?
It did sound like Vision.
Okay.
Those
Gotta turn those numbers off, man.
There's so many numbers.
You could probably turn them off.
It's like they're so big you can't see what you're shooting at anymore.
Right. Checking out the scar camp some more.
It looks cool to fly.
Yeah, I do like the underwater stuff for sure.
And the turrets. Better move quickly.
I think it's gonna be hard to run this game.
On a PC? Max settings?
On a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, dude.
Yeah.
I might have to get a Pro now. Abyssal.
Big boy.
God, the numbers are hilarious.
Oh, just moving on.
Oh, don't need to worry about that. All about acid trail. Oh.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like an advantage of taking those little pot shots, or if it's just, hey, I'll shoot this guy before I move on.
Oh, clear the way. I love that.
Cool. Very tanky. Yeah.
Let me just run over these mines.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, show all the
There's a
class
ship
stuff.
Wait, something's odd. Get a closer look, would you?
I really like the way they're doing this
See
demo.
those radiant pieces
Just
of
fast
energy?
forwarding
They're
through
echoes
stuff.
from the Anthem of Creation.
This is very Destiny right now.
Is that
Loads of
thing the
scars
Anthem of
nearby.
Creation?
Be careful.
The Anthem of Creation is within all of us.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was a little spiritual, but it might just be that shaky
I
blue
get the
thing.
impression that aliens made this world and left all their crazy stuff behind, and we're like, why?
And we call them gods.
Yeah. But they're just like super powerful.
It's like the Forerunners.
Combo. What is the tone of this game? These numbers.
Oh,
man, the storm.
There we go.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Storm is so cool. I wonder if you have to level up each one. They said you could use them all. Probably.
I'm wondering
about
if
having that.
It's like Destiny classes.
Yeah.
Well, I would prefer like if you had like a shared pool of XP that you just
Got silence.
almost
Disaster
every
averted.
that you wanted to
That
do.
was a relic.
Wait, something's happening.
Boss.
Who's this one?
What the hell was that?
I think that was whatever laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from below your position.
Yeah, big boss. Let's
Yeah,
go.
the eggs.
Interceptor in the party.
Okay.
On the plus side, this definitely counts toward hazard pay.
Oh, wait, their names are.
There's a train of this
The names
acid
of their
dump
classes.
leading
Yeah.
down. Follow it. We should find the
That one might be
source.
an interceptor.
That's a storm.
Oh.
I want to see
Team
the
lead
interceptor
is
TV.
the Colossus.
I like this.
Yeah, I like this too.
Alien vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta kill the queen.
All right. Will the Colossus slip on the eggs?
Whoopsies.
Dude, Metroid.
Yeah,
It's like a Zerg overlord.
Yeah, it does remind me of Metroid Prime. The thing on the space station.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool
That's
Freako.
It's cool.
Nice
Good
freak
freak.
up.
Yeah.
Good freak up. All right, Anthem. Okay.
That Avengers music. The Avengers music, exactly. And it's
yeah.
like Jarvis.
And they say you want to be
So hyped, you
superheroes.
guys.
Yep, and that was actually just a short version of the full demo that we brought here to LA. So if you want to come by the Anthem Theater here at EA Play,
Good
you can
stance,
check out the
Casey.
game live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Confidence.
So I'm sure the
stance.
question on everyone's minds: when do we get to play?
No.
So
Mario
Anthem
told
comes
us.
out February 22nd,
Beta.
2019,
Beta.
on Xbox
Beta.
One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
The beta's
So
happening in
mark your
October.
calendars, everybody. Fire off your tweets. Thank you so much again to Casey and the entire
Yeah.
BioWare team. I know you guys have that awesome theater
We can hope
outside,
and
so I
dream
will
now.
see you guys there.
All right,
Give
be
it up
there.
for Casey Hudson,
They're showing
everybody.
early concept. They're not putting a beta out.
Yeah. Fair. It's fair.
I also want to give a big thank you to all of the developers who showcased their games today and everybody working hard at their studios back home around the world. Let's give them all a round of applause.
Keep working, Respawn. What it could.
Now, some
One
of
that
what you
tidbit
saw
next week.
today, you guys have to wait to play. But you guys, EA
They're tied
has
down
so
by
much available
Disney.
right now. Now, for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available today. Plus, you can take on your friends in Command & Conquer Rivals starting today as well. Now, that's a lot of available stuff that's out today. Is anybody ready to go home and download anything? No?
Unravel.
You're like, I just want to go
Immediately.
outside into the fan fest. I get it, I get it. So, I want to let you guys know to keep your streams going because in just a few moments, the
Okay, we'll
FIFA
do it.
18 World
She's
Cup
talking to us.
live tournament is going to
FIFA
begin.
18.
FIFA
I'm going
18.
to head
Stream's going.
outside and
Tournament.
check out the
Yeah.
games, but I want to thank everybody for coming down to EA Play today and watching the press conference, and have a great weekend.
Good job, Andrea.
Yeah.
Pretty good job.
She crushed
Yeah.
it.
Everybody stick with us. We're going to be covering the entire tournament of FIFA 18.
We're not.
We're not.
It's a joke.
Oh, we got a little ending montage.
Gotta have an ending montage.
Yeah, you have to. And you have to circle everything with a little red dot. That guy. That general.
She has a giant worm.
She
EA Play.
Hi
And
guys,
that's it.
Dodgers, let's
welcome
go.
back to the stream. Now I know the FIFA
Okay,
18 was exciting.
we can
so
probably
much,
do heads-
Champions League is
headphones
pumped.
off
FIFA
there.
for the
Headphones
first
off.
Everyone watching, we will do a pre-show probably until
Post-show?
1. Sorry, post-show. Probably till 1 p.m. We're just going to talk about everything we just saw right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if that Rivals game downloaded.
You want to try it?
I mean,
Command and Conquer. Oh, you actually
Conquer
were able to get
Rivals.
it?
Yeah, I mean, we
well,
can get a
it
cam
still
on it or
just
something.
says, yeah, it still just says pre-register. I'm registered.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
For the
they're
pre-alpha.
liars.
So do you need to wait for an email?
I don't know.
Check your email.
First press conference down.
Yeah.
First one
Yeah,
done.
This isn't the shot.
Oh, that fell.
Okay. All right.
Oh boy.
Let's go ahead and take that down.
Oh my God.
Gosh.
Homemade.
All right. Let's go through it step by step. Let's see where they started this thing.
Step.
We should
Just
honestly
yank it down.
I don't
Do
know.
not just yank it down.
cut it down. Cut it down.
After we
should
go
cut it down.
offline, we're gonna cut that down.
Damiani, mute 5.
No, you should honestly just cut it down now. We can't go through the entire post show. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's like slapstick. Hey everybody.
Slapstick is humor. Slapdash is sloppy.
I was thinking humor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Welcome to the wackiest post show.
Oh boy.
Damiani, why don't you give us some Battlefield 5 stuff? That's probably where we should start. Because we had that weird augmented reality Anthem thing to kick off with.
Yes.
I don't have much to remark on that. Other than it was like not awkward AR like you normally see. You know, like it's normally like stuttery and a little weird. Like it's kind of nice. It looked like those creatures were coming out of the TV.
Yeah, it looked cool.
But then of course we started with Battlefield 5. We had 2 people from DICE come out to talk to us. And they talked for a while. It was, I'd say, more talking than anything.
Yeah, it was kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed because I know in the next couple days it's going to start trickling out. You're going to see a lot of multiplayer gameplay. Like that stuff we're going to be bombarded with that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of surprising that they didn't show that now. Like this is the place to do it.
They said the story thing is happening in the Xbox.
Yes, for sure. That's tomorrow.
I just thought they were going to go so hard today.
Yeah.
With
Show an edited down match or something. Because I know that's coming. It's just weird that they didn't do it now.
Also, we know that like Brandon's lining up to go play it right now. You know, and so for them to be like doing the FIFA tournament first rather than like, hey, we're gonna head straight into Battlefield. Stick around. I think you could get more people to hang out.
It might be a common theme. They just care so much about esports,
and I think Battlefield just is a lock always. You know?
It's not a lock, dude.
I think it's a lock.
Battlefield is their best chance to dethrone Call of Duty, and they're not treating it like it this year. That's what I'm disappointed by, I guess.
Yeah.
They just want to flush it out through all of E3.
Do you think it'll be in Sony?
Maybe.
I think they won't.
Like
Call of Duty,
they'll do the story
now that I
thing,
think of it.
and Microsoft. They'll probably do their own thing with multiplayer later.
Yeah. I don't know. And I did like the trailer for the multiplayer.
Yeah. I could have definitely gone for some more. I need like a better idea what it's actually like to play a multiplayer match.
Right.
Yeah, because they've been doing trailers like that since Battlefield 3. The multiplayer trailers have been good for a long time, and it doesn't tonally feel.
But
that
it's like you already did your debut for the game. Now it's time to show at least a little more the actual game.
Yeah.
What's
weird is that trailer had a HUD. That weird debut trailer had a HUD on it, and nothing that we saw today did.
Yeah.
Because you're right, Brad. I just feel like I haven't seen the game yet.
Yep. It's like the second time.
Yeah.
Oh, the trailer's
thought
got Xbox on it too, huh?
It's just surprising that they did the debut and had that whole thing, and they focused on the co-op mode. So it's like, okay, clear the deck for E3 to really show off Grand Operations or even just Conquest.
Yeah.
And nope.
They said we have a lot more to show you. We're going to show you the story too.
Later, though.
Yeah.
So, interesting.
What was it called? Nordley's War Story.
Yeah.
Nordley's War Story.
Let me just give you a tip. Don't tell us Nordley's War Stories tomorrow. Just say the gameplay of the story mode is tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Nordley could be really cool.
Was it just gonna be a CG trailer tomorrow too, or just
I don't know, dude.
I think it'll be a mission,
like a trailer like this?
I think they'll show like part of the mission.
Running an Xbox One X.
Yeah.
You're right.
The real question is, will we see this exact same trailer again in Xbox?
This one, I think they're smarter than that now.
I think so, dude. It seems to be a trend.
I think they.
Was that last year or was it before?
Or
might have been.
It was two because it was one. So it was
Battlefield 1. Yeah. So it was.
Like they show some stuff here, you know, crawling on your back.
Yeah.
It looks like the person was climbing the window. They show some fortifications and moving the artillery.
Oh, did we see
the
the
So
fortifications?
they show some new things.
Which part of that was fortifications?
Like some guys like building
when it shows
a
the
machine
hammer.
gun nest.
Yeah, when it shows the hammer.
Oh, that's what the hammer's for,
Yeah,
obviously.
right.
Yeah, that's funny.
So you see some new stuff in there. It's and the trailer was cool. I just would have liked to have seen a match.
Yeah, it's just we see the concepts and like the idea of it. We don't actually see it happening how you're actually going to do in the game.
Yeah. Like, I want to see the building.
Yeah.
How it works.
Like, show me how it works in game.
Yeah, because what you want to do, if you are EA, you want people leaving E3 to say, I want Battlefield more than Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And I don't think they tried hard enough today.
And it's like, this was their time. They had the spotlight. There's no one else yet.
Right.
Over the next couple days, it's just going to be news everywhere. It might just get lost to the shuffle.
Yeah, it was weird. To me, it felt underrepresented in this press conference.
I mean, hopefully that is because they're going to go crazy with it at Microsoft.
You're right, and they might.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm speaking too
But we're
soon.
just talking about like this conference specifically.
Yeah.
For sure.
Then we talked about FIFA.
Wait, you didn't mention the Royale mode.
Brad, that's a key headline.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, Royale mode.
Not Battle Royale, just Royale.
They were smart. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be a little cautious now, I think.
They're only kind of going to get sued.
Yeah, you don't want a Korean lawsuit. So yeah, they just said Royale, and we all knew what it meant.
Yep.
Yeah.
A year ago, I'm not sure we would, and 2 years ago, definitely not.
Yeah.
He just says Royale, and we're like, oh, there's 100 of us, and we all kill each other.
The validation is amazing. You know, we all wanted it. We all pretty much knew it was going to be there, but now we have confirmation, and it feels good.
In a Battlefield Battle Royale mode, do you foresee somebody just flying around in a plane the whole time?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, you just fly up and just bye.
But those
everybody.
AA guns will take you out.
You're going to stand still in an AA gun? That makes you a heavy target.
Maybe, well, it's probably just going to be like a zone shrinking.
Yeah, shrinking down.
It's going to be hard to fly in a small zone.
Yes,
Got
Brad.
parachute out, dude.
Yeah, Brad.
I'd be surprised if there were planes at all.
Okay.
I think that
They
balancing
did
that
mention
would
vehicles,
be-
though, right?
Yeah, they did.
That's their thing. That's their whole deal.
Yeah.
Motorcycles.
I can imagine them taking that away.
Cars and stuff, but not necessarily planes. Because not
That'd
every
be
level
shocking.
has planes, right?
Well, the cool thing is, like, I remember the early Battlefields, like, getting a air vehicle was hard because there was only like one B-2 bomber, and when it got destroyed, it took a long time to respawn. So just having everyone running to get it,
and just like being so mad when they just crash it immediately. It's like,
and then teammates would like try to shoot at your own like plane down
because they wanted to fly next. What a funny
Exactly.
game! I love that.
But I wonder if, you know, the idea of the grand operations having this kind of continuity to it in between each match, if Battle Royale will have something similar, maybe like you gain resources somehow and you can use those resources to buy a plane or buy extra something, but then that would take away from the survival part of it, so who knows?
That takes away from the
There's a lot up in the air about it.
Brad nailed it. With a circle closing in, you don't want a plane.
Right.
You don't want that.
Like, it might be fine for a little bit, but
Yep.
And if there's AA guns or anything like that, take them out. You want the tank. That's what you
I
want.
guess what's also important about that is they say it's coming, but that's part of their initiative to just keep adding stuff to this game for free while people buy cosmetic items.
Do you think it'll be at launch then?
No. I think it'll be far beyond launch.
That I think might be right, yeah, since they had nothing to show.
Yeah.
I agree. It'll be a while.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Because then it's like a fresh injection of life into the game. You know, it comes out in October and you get to enjoy Battlefield for Battlefield, knowing that a couple months down the line, hopefully it's just a couple months.
Yeah, I think
that
end of the year is got to happen by the end of the year, yeah.
That's a great first huge add-on to the game is a Battle Royale mode. That's...
I guess just the thing that I would dislike about it is that we're marketing right now, right? They're getting sales off of a promise of something that is invisible, something that doesn't work yet on their own side.
But it's going to be free.
But it's going to be free.
It's going to be free.
And like, you know, like it's just open. It's just being honest to say we're working on it. You know what I mean? But from the marketing standpoint, it seems a little shifty for someone to pay for that game saying, oh, I'm going to get a Battle Royale version of this later without really knowing
Do you
what
think
that's gonna
they
be like.
will reveal it at all before the game is out?
Yeah, they have all summer. They have all summer.
Okay.
You're right. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I mean,
That
like,
could
even
happen.
if it's not out, like, what a lot of, you know, what they do a lot of times is, like, they reveal post-launch plans, like, 2 or 3 weeks before launch. So, like, I think that would be the latest that we would see what it's going to do.
It's about 4 months till it comes out.
Yep. So everyone look forward to Nordley's war story tomorrow in the Microsoft press conference. I hope Chad is just going nuts for Nordley once it appears. Oh, that's Nordley!
There wasn't an apostrophe, though, right? It was just Nordley's.
Yeah.
That was an emotional moment, though, when she, like, pushed her over the railing to survive the, like, Nazis coming. That was intense.
Damiani, are you full screen on this tweet? Okay. We have a tweet coming up. We have that technology now. But I am going to move forward, Damiani, to FIFA. Time to talk about FIFA. Well, probably briefly. Basically, that thing we said that they were going to do about talking about World Cup, they did. But before that, they had to brag about the European Champions League.
UEFA, yeah, UEFA.
Apparently a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, when I watched soccer for like 2 years of my life, like Champions League was the one. It's intense. High stakes.
And so that had been exclusive to Pro Evolution Soccer, the Konami soccer game. It was basically all that game franchise had left.
Yeah.
And now it is
killed it.
absorbed into FIFA, and there's just no reason to play PES anymore.
Sure there is. I'm sure there are a lot of PES fans out there.
I'm upset.
Konami's got PES.
Why are you upset?
Here.
About that? I'm not. I don't know anything about any of this.
It's just weird. Yeah, it was basically like, you know, like exclusive rights to like the NFL and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so they had
they had
a thing
something
to
separate them.
Yeah. That seems like that's a big ad.
That's a big ad.
Champions League, and it's a World Cup year too. This is a good FIFA.
Yeah. But the FIFA we have now is a pretty good FIFA because there's an update coming for free for the World Cup.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
And a free trial.
Yeah. And what's cool about that, the World Cup update, is that previously that was something you had to buy. You had to go just buy a second boxed game.
Yeah.
And so I think EA says we're making enough money from microtransactions off of FIFA that we can give them some free stuff. And that's kind of encouraging. Yeah, as you just said, Blood, you can play that game, the entire game of FIFA 18, one of EA's best-selling games, for free right now, because they think they're confident in us just buying the game and then buying some microtransactions eventually, which I guess is kind of terrifying in a way. September 28th is what that
I feel like they're just trying to get people that wouldn't play the game otherwise. Like, everyone who's a big FIFA fan already owns the game. This is a way to just get like randoms in like us or something.
And 19 is basically almost out.
Yeah, and I do think that when the World Cup happens, same thing, where somebody's just like, man, I want to play this. I think we all feel that feeling sometimes. It's like, oh, I want to go play that. And I think there might be a more broad, casual audience hopping into FIFA this weekend and in the upcoming weeks. And then that kind of transitioned neatly into Origin Access Premier. Now, this is a version of Origin Access where you can play all of the new games immediately.
Yes. Did they say how much?
They did not.
No, they didn't talk about pricing.
Say how much,
so
Brad.
it's probably got to be like, what, 15? Whatever.
15 a month?
Game Pass
Microsoft
is 10?
Oh, it's 10?
Isn't it?
10 a month?
Yeah, it was a little hard for me to completely follow the details of like what made Premiere different. But what you're saying is it's like
Game Pass.
Xbox Game Pass where you get earlier access to the games.
Well, and how much is...
You always got early access to the games, which is weird, with the regular Origin Access / EA Access. Excuse me.
But this is like a week early now.
Now you own them. You get them early, as you always did. You always got them a week early, but now you just own them. Those are your games now. So previously, Blood, it would be like I could
the
play
first
it.
4 hours, right? Yeah.
And they would limit it, exactly like that.
So are they getting rid of that other previous model then and just combining it into this?
That's just non-Premier. So this will just be spending more money than you would.
So how much do we know how much access is right now?
I'm curious to Google it. If someone feels like good Googling that, I'm actually curious to see how much those kind of things would cost.
Chad will probably tell us.
Yeah, see if you can find that Origin Access Premier.
I'm not sure they have a price for it yet because they just said that Origin Access Premier will be debuting later this summer.
And that's still not on PlayStation, right? That's only Xbox and PC.
Origin Access is $5 a month.
Okay.
So this will probably be 10.
10 bucks.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's what Game Pass is.
Cool.
Or 12 maybe.
Yeah, and I don't think that there will be an EA Access Premier because that is competitive with what Game Pass is doing. That's kind of interesting.
An EA Access Premier?
Yeah, they never mentioned that. All they said was Origin Access Premier.
Oh.
So basically,
how is that different?
EA Access is the one on Xbox. Origin Access is the one on PC. Origin Access has Premier, but Xbox or Game Pass.
Yeah,
I didn't know that there was a delineation there. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I like that word.
Delineation.
It's a good word.
Defenestrate.
There's a defenestration here. I do want to quickly
throw them out the window.
Talk about what was, to me, a throwaway thing. Just that there's a streaming service that EA is working on so that you can play their games on your phone or on your TV.
Just following the trends, you know, mobile and streaming.
Future-proofing.
Just going with the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Calming investors.
Calming the investors, Brad.
Just calm the investors.
Yeah, super fast internet, but somehow don't want to get a console.
That part was not for us. It was for the investors.
You're right, it was.
Yeah.
Backstage, people were licking their lips.
Oh gosh. Damiani.
Damiani, killing it with tweets.
That's a pretend one, though.
Yeah.
So then we had a tidbit about Respawn's Star Wars game, previously untitled.
Just hold it for next year, guys.
Yes. So Vince Zampella said, hey, we just talked with Lucas, which I presume is Lucasfilm at this point?
Yeah.
That's
LucasArts.
LucasArts exists still?
Yeah, it's still in front of all the... Well,
Is
it
it?
says Lucasfilm in front of Star Wars movies.
Yeah, it's LucasArts was the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the game studio.
Lucasfilm, yeah.
Let us know if
Maybe
LucasArts
just
still
Lucas,
exists, everybody. If it is, it's just a licensing company.
Yeah.
There's nobody making games under
LucasArts. It's just
LucasArts.
there because people like to see it.
So he said we had to like talk for a long time, and I believe that. I believe this was months and months of figuring out the game's title. Just like, nah, you can't do that outside of the lore. Like that
Jedi
kind of thing.
is in the title.
So yes,
of course,
it is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Now, is it going to be Star Wars Jedi :
Right, I was
Fallen
just
Order?
wondering about that.
So you have multiple Jedi games, like the Jedi banner of games.
Well, the thing is, we have multiple Jedi games, Jedi Outcast and Jedi Academy and all those things. So there is a legacy there.
As soon as I said that, I'm like, is it continuing from that series?
That would be insane.
Like, is it that series?
Kyle Katarn!
I don't think
Let's
so.
go.
I mean, the way he said
they
it...
decanonized
Exactly,
all that, right?
exactly. There's no way.
They got their own take now.
Yeah,
though.
But
there's
he
no
did
way.
he did say like, so you can kind of get an idea of what kind of game it is.
Right,
after
like that
saying
meant something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it like Jedi Outcast?
Third person.
Yeah, we know it's third person, so it's like Force Unleashed set between 3 and 4.
Right.
That's what my brain is
In the
thinking,
dark
and that's
time.
not a connection you want to have. You know?
I thought it because that's what that game is.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
thinking in my brain Force Unleashed because I have nothing to like imagine, you know?
Yeah.
Star
Yeah,
Killer.
putting this up as an announcement video, standalone, like just makes it.
You're gonna get a lot of
see
thumbs down.
How
Oh,
weird
yeah.
this is.
Although,
We're not gonna go on stage. We're just gonna sit here.
to be fair, Marvel's doing the exact same thing. They're just revealing a title of the next Avengers at Comic-Con, and they said like out of the gate, they're like, "That's all we're doing, just the title." So it's like, maybe that's the new hotness.
Maybe that's the new hotness.
Title reveals, title reveal party.
I have to say, Vince Zampella looks very youthful.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
That is a happy millionaire.
What's his skin routine?
Lots of sleep.
Sleeping
Well, like,
in
he
each
doesn't,
other.
right? Like, he
Pile of
probably
money.
doesn't sleep that much.
No,
man.
he's probably.
You don't know that.
And it was confirmed that it's holiday 2019.
Yeah.
Previously, we knew it was before March of 2020, and
See
so
you
now
next year.
we got some bonus months.
So now it'll be
bought us a couple
in
of
March of
months.
2020.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it'll
you
get
think it'll
delayed.
get delayed?
It'll
Oh, for
get
sure.
delayed, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a weird part of Star Wars. We saw the Jedi get wiped out, Order 66, and so we just kind of create more Jedi. You know,
This is like, yeah, you're
is
probably
Rebels
like,
between
You're
3
one
and
that
4?
got away.
yeah.
And that's more just like, hey, here's a new Jedi. You
Oh,
never knew
there's
about,
going to be
you know?
some Rebels and Clone Wars tie-ins. Up the
Ahsoka?
wazoo.
Is she gonna
Let's
be in
go.
this?
Boba Fett.
Yeah, you're going to run into some Rebels characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows?
Probably characters from Solo.
Oh, so
All
Star
kinds
Wars
of
Jedi then. Oh wait, no. Star Wars : Jedi Fallen Order.
Okay.
I mean, really, it'll be Star Wars in the line.
Wait, no, they're
above it.
different. They got them wrong. They got them mixed up. They got both.
So.
There's Star Wars : on the YouTube.
And both of those
Oh,
are
that's
official.
GameSpot.
Oh, GameSpot. You
That
effed up.
GameSpot got it wrong.
You gotta do research.
Ooh, GameSpot.
Little anxious to get that link up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
There
Star
it is,
Wars
Jedi:
Jedi :
Okay, so
Fallen
it's
Order.
it's the franchise.
That means Star Wars Jedi is a whole new franchise.
And then they'll have
Yeah.
like Star Wars Sith.
And if you see it,
Star
says,
Wars Bounty
it says
Hunter.
Lucasfilm.
A
So I guess,
surviving
yeah,
Padawan.
I think LucasArts is just officially dead.
Do you think you're like a super young Padawan? Like under like 12
A
years old?
youngling,
No.
as it were?
No.
No?
No.
Then you'll be in this game will
The
like
younglings are for sure gone.
Look, here's how it's gonna go. You're gonna be a Padawan. Your Jedi Master dies during the beginning of the game.
and then you have to resist the dark side because
Yeah.
you want revenge.
You can pick your path, dark side or light side.
That's
here.
why it's a Padawan, yeah.
It's just
I just-
classic hero's journey.
Not a lot to do there. Not a lot to do there with that title, Star Wars Jedi. If that's where you're picking up from. I think
the
go deep
advances,
future
Star
or
Wars
deep
have
past,
future
but like give yourself some room to breathe.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, for sequels, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause-
I
yeah.
think that the sequels wouldn't necessarily have to tie into the story.
because we're getting that
You could
like,
do Star Wars Jedi in any time frame.
But it just means something to me if like Luke Skywalker is the only Jedi when he just shows up, you know? Just like that is the only Jedi in this universe, and
Sure.
yet like you keep making these, it's like now actually there's dozens of Jedi all over the
No,
place.
to
It just
me-
makes me so mad.
To me, it's fine because it's like that's what Order 66 is. It's like all these Jedi getting murdered.
Some get away.
And it's like some probably get away.
Some get away.
And like
Can't
there
just
is just a whole blind spot.
got away.
There's a whole blind spot in the lore where it's like you can just fill it with kind of whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. Because if you got away, you would go.
Boy, are they going to?
The game ends with a fight against Darth Vader and you lose.
Yeah. I mean, that's
good ending. Yeah. Cut me down.
Wasn't that?
Yes.
That was Force Unleashed too, wasn't that?
Also,
It's the same thing.
It's out of my mind. I don't want to talk about it.
It's out of canon.
But I mean, like, yeah, that is a weird thing because it's like Rogue One. If you are keeping true to the lore, this game can't have a happy ending unless it just doesn't end at the ending for these characters.
Go into hiding.
I mean, unless they straight up go into hiding, and then it's like,
or he's going to renounce the Jedi
But they
Order.
want to make. They obviously want to make more Star Wars Jedi games.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Unless you just grow up and like retire and become the parents of these kids on Canto Bight or whatever, in you know, that have force powers but don't know it. Maybe that like the third act of this game.
That's a planet with broomstick boy. That's Canto Bight.
And you're just like the end is just you as like an old person like in a bar.
The third act is like
you work at the casino.
You're like watching your grandkids sweep up like alien horse poop, and you're like, that kid's got the force, but we can't tell anybody.
You know what makes me furious is we just talked about it. We talked about that for 5 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, see, that tidbit was enough.
That tidbit was enough.
Because Respawn is legit.
Yep.
Stig Osmundson is legit. Star Wars is Star Wars. Like, how can you not be excited?
Star Wars is Star Wars.
But the reveal though was, I don't think they should have done it that way. But at least now I can like try to fantasize about what the game is, and that's probably just what they want you to do.
I'm thinking
they want you to speculate.
I'm now thinking it was the right way. It was so casual. It wasn't a CG trailer with the title at the end.
Yeah.
I almost think that was the right thing to do.
Yeah, they got us actually. This name now. Look at all of our theories just because of the name, the title.
I would have been kind of more bummed out if they just pulled a Metroid 4, Prime 4, and just showed like Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah,
and then it
like,
gets cut with a lightsaber.
Right. Like,
and we got to see a face. We got to see Vince Zampella. Yeah, you know what? I'm pulling a 180 on that. I think that was the right thing to do for what they had.
I just don't think they should have done anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably they. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Knowing the title is fun.
Do you think there's any chance of them? This is part of a larger plan, and it's going to show up at Microsoft or Sony or out of nowhere.
No.
They're just like, psych.
There were, I mean, again, it's like the curse of hope with EA, right? Where it's like there were like 3 or 4 more moments where I was like, surely this is a bit. They're setting up for the drop.
They kind of did that with Anthem last year.
Right, where it's like, but like Vince Zampella, like I definitely halfway through I was like, oh, they're gonna cut to a trailer any second.
Right, when she said anything else?
Yeah, and then I was like, oh yeah,
trailer time. Let's do it.
Or like he's like, yeah, the demo's online now, but whatever, you know, like
anything else? Nah, that's it.
Yeah, nah.
Hooey. So
Keely's trolling.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We were not. Keely's surprisingly good troll.
Yeah,
you don't see it coming.
Yeah.
You don't see. He's so earnest all the time.
Yep. We weren't done with Star Wars. We have new stuff coming for Battlefront 2.
Yeah. Han's like
They showed
solo
the
pack
solo
or whatever.
season, yeah.
Dodge rolls.
Dodge rolls.
Look forward to lots of people being able to dodge roll. A level that takes place on Kessel.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Geonosis coming.
The prequel stuff, yeah.
The prequel stuff is coming.
We saw some nice prequel characters in
Well,
there.
they showed a render of one of them, and then told us about the others.
Grievous, Count Dooku. Who's the other one?
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
And young Anakin.
And Anakin.
Young, yeah.
But not young Anakin.
Is it Padawan Anakin or Jedi
It's Hayden
Anakin?
Christensen.
It's Rat Tail.
I would.
Revenge of the Sith. I bet it's
Jedi.
Dark Side.
That's Jedi Anakin.
Yeah. I would love it if it was Pod Racer Anakin. Like a little like kid just like running around being like, this is great!
All he can do is fly ships.
Gets his face blown off.
I think
Boba
you
Fett.
have to get re-rated if you're allowed to kill children in your
Oh
video
yeah.
game.
Oh yeah.
It's like pretty much a no-no, I think, in video game, which is fine. You know?
So maybe he's just
probably
invincible.
the right call.
Did you see it says inspired
Yes,
by?
it's like it
come
is.
on, dude.
Come on, dude. Jetpacks.
Probably that's like legal or whatever.
Yeah.
So nothing really to get me back into Battlefront 2.
No way, right?
Except General Grievous. I'll definitely hop in, cut a couple people down.
Okay.
With 4 lightsabers.
With
I was going to say, will he have 4 lightsabers?
That was just.
See,
hot.
I knew
Jabba's
it was.
palace. Oh, I'm in.
I recognize that Rancor pit.
I'm in.
Well done, Brad.
Will Jabba be there though?
Leia, Han,
Please
No, he
give me
won't
some
be. He won't be
Jabba.
there. What, is he gonna get shot?
Just have him, like,
okay, I didn't realize the
taunting
different design on the
everyone. You can't
Falcon.
kill
Well,
See?
the movie covers
He
it.
was in the pit, then he comes out.
So
Dude.
sick.
It's a
It
death
is-
trap.
Yeah.
You fall down there.
The Rancor will not be there though.
It is really cool. I saw a concept art for how they wanted to like de-age the Millennium Falcon. It was they came up with some pretty crazy out there stuff, but they ended up, with that.
The escape pod.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Jabba's Palace and Grievous. All right, I'm in. Sign me up.
Free for all players now.
It's that easy.
Now. Please spend money on cosmetics.
Please buy Redline.
Wait, that's out right now?
Falcon.
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
I can play as Grievous right now?
No. Just the Han Solo stuff.
Oh.
The prequel stuff
down the line.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like they're
Wait,
buying
is
into
Jabba's
Reddit memes.
Palace out right now?
I think so. I think that was part of that.
You're in. You're
All right,
back in.
I'm back in.
He's back in, baby.
All right.
The prophecy was wrong.
I was honestly kind of disappointed in that part of the presentation. In that
Definitely a slow start on the whole.
Put your business cap on though, Kyle.
this
They have
EA press
to. They have to promote this game.
they had to promote this game, but to me it came from a place like it actually had a good year, and it's just like, hey, everybody, we know you're excited about this stuff.
They're just like, please come back.
Right.
I wanted please come back more,
It should have
Brad.
been more like,
I hear you.
we're sorry.
They don't want to make defeat too bad though.
Capcom style.
They should have walked out to "Sorry" by Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious.
Yes, just you're right. Ian, anything
Any
like
joke.
That, yes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't quite that, and so I don't know if this will really bring that many people back.
This looks like pretty close to the movie, though.
Yeah.
That location.
Yeah.
Movie wasn't necessarily a big hit.
I liked it. I don't know.
Let's not go there.
Inoffensive.
Let's not go there.
Inoffensive to me.
Let's talk about Unravel 2. What we just bought.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did not expect to be excited about Unravel 2 today.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to play the first one at E3.
Sure.
And then it came out and everyone was like, yeah.
Yes.
And so I never played it.
Co-op.
This one I'm probably going to buy today.
Sure. Today.
Buy it today. Why?
I kind of like this part
What's
of the
the price,
presentation a
I
lot.
wonder?
Probably 30.
My guess is 15.
Let's fact check that.
I'll look.
I'm curious. Yeah.
30.
I'll look on my PlayStation app.
I'll bet 20.
20. Yeah, 20's a good bet.
Yeah.
30? You said?
He said 15.
30. No,
I
I didn't
said
say
15.
that. 30.
I said 15. 14.99. 30. 30?
30.
Okay.
Over there. What do you got? What do you got, Ben and Damiani?
I'm gonna guess 30 as well.
Okay.
Yep. I got dude. Blood and Ben both
Yeah.
saying 30. It's
gonna
30.
Be, it's going to be 30.
Lock it in.
It's going to be 30.
So
We
anyway,
just jumped up and
Oh, man, I have to sign in? This sucks.
Yeah, I hate using that.
The unique appeal about this game is co-op, is that you can play with a buddy, but you can also play with yourself and you just control the other guy.
Look at that.
You soak him into your own body. So we just said Unravel 1 was kind of met with a lot of people. Is this game not met?
I think it's to be seen. I don't know. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, go ahead, Ben.
So I reviewed the first Unravel, and
What'd
I
you give
liked
it?
it. I think I gave it like a 7 or a 7.5
Okay.
around there.
perfect.
Seeing the different ways that you can interact with your co-op partner, I think is exactly what that game needs. There were definitely times where I feel like, I wish I could do a little bit more. I wish I had a little bit more movement. I wish I had a little bit more that, like, when you ran into big enemies, the only thing you could do is kind of hide and run away. I like the fact that you can distract them now because you have another person. And so I think there's a potential for it to be a lot more interesting as a result.
Cool. Talk mechanics.
I really like what they did with this part of the presentation. I love the CG trailer to introduce it. I love the gameplay demo, a live gameplay demo. We're not going to see a lot of those
They
this
presented
week.
their indie games the best.
Yes.
Has everything.
Yeah. And then finished with a gameplay trailer that showed us a great diversity of locations and actions. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then to say this game is available today is always a big plus in any press conference.
We're getting confirmation from chat. $20.
Oh,
$20.
$20.
That's good because I don't know my PSN password.
So this means you all now owe me $30, except for Brad who owes me 15.
Right.
Okay.
And you just buy Unravel over and over again.
Yeah, must be used on Unravel.
Damiani, let us please see Sea of Solitude next.
Yes.
Because as Brad just said, they showed their indie games the best. And that is so true.
Like she feel like she didn't have a teleprompter up there.
Oh, no,
she was just kind of going. If there was, she was going off script.
Right. And it was kind of funny.
The TD was like, "Oh God, what's
like,
happening?"
It's like a Willy Wonka when he's like coming out with his cane, and then he falls over, and then he's just like, "I'm good."
Yeah.
To me, that was her. She comes out very nervous. I'm like, "Oh," but then once she rolls, she's like, "I got
the passion just takes over."
The passion took over.
I got in. I hacked in.
Nice.
From her heart.
So yeah, this is a cool game that like visually looked interesting to us before we saw this press conference of just like, hey, I'm riding a boat around in a city. But then it was kind of nice to learn that this game has so much meaning behind it.
Yeah.
And in a weird way, like I know we say not to do this a lot. Don't come out and talk about your game before showing your game. In this way, I think it was effective for this particular game.
Because it wasn't business, it was passion.
Sure. Yeah.
It was her just talking about the dream and the passion of making this game rather than like
features
and bullet points and, you know, microtransactions or lack thereof. It was just about the heart and the soul of this game, and it was
Which
great.
is weird though, because oftentimes that doesn't work. It's like feels a little like.
Well, I think it works here because it is something that you don't see a lot. You don't see games as metaphors very often. At least not on an EA stage.
Yeah.
So. I think that really, it sets up the expectation so that when you see all this crazy stuff, like, it's like, whoa, like there's a lot more behind this rather than just some freaky monster.
Yeah.
And visually, I think she said something really important, is because everything she said sounded so depressing. She said, and the way we're communicating this is through fun. And like it still does look like there's a fun game to play there, which I think is important.
Also, due to the graphical style, doesn't trip my submechanophobia, which is fear of like buildings and stuff submerged in water. So it looks, I'm not afraid of this game, which is good.
Because there's no realism, is what you're saying?
Yeah, because it just looks kind of like nice.
Yeah.
Nighttime, though, we'll see.
Nighttime's gonna get rough with a ghost pulling down your boat.
Yeah. This is a terrifying game. Oh yeah, that's a little freaky.
So, do you think at the end we have a choice whether to become a real girl or not, or become a monster?
That'd be rad.
No, I don't think so.
I think you just become a real girl.
The game remembers your entire playthrough, and at the end you can choose to become the giant monster, and then that's you replaying, and the
new
you
sin.
from the first playthrough does everything that you did.
Yeah, you can invade their game.
Oh yeah,
That's
or
right.
you invade games.
Take their souls.
I think that would be a little off from what they want to do.
Some surprises. The game clearly has a purpose. It is cool to see EA invest in games like that.
Yeah.
Because that is not normally how we characterize EA. So it's nice
That
to
is
have
weird. Like I said earlier I was a little snarky about EA just doing the EA Originals thing for optics. Like I thought, because when they announced it, it kind of did feel like a make good, sort of like, hey, we're sorry about all the microtransactions. We're going to give back by funding these indie games and not taking a lot of money for ourselves. Now it really kind of is starting to feel like they kind of just want to do it.
Yeah. Even if it is for optics, they're picking the right games.
Right.
They're helping out teams
because
that are
certainly
enthusiastic.
It is helpful for their optics.
Yeah.
Good optics.
Good optics.
But like
good optics for everybody though.
Good optics for everybody. I like that my optics are seeing these things.
No will. NBA Live was kind of like a mandatory trailer.
Yeah. Just like, hey, this is here.
Nothing stuck to me from that trailer.
It really did feel like that. They were just like, throw the NBA Live.
Yeah. Street Ball was in the last game. Like they had that already, and so it's just weird to show it again.
Yeah.
It's weird too because again, the last couple years have been extremely rough, but they keep getting better and better and better. Last year's was finally a strong footing. It's like, okay, NBA Live's good again. This is good. So you'd think they'd want to capitalize on that momentum, and they didn't.
No.
They were just like, hey, this is here again. Bye.
Damiani, these are obvious tweets. If this didn't happen, I would be shocked. Then we had some Madden stuff. Oh, the Madden esports thing.
Dude, so bad.
With the Madden champion who talked about how much he hates to lose.
I blocked that out of my mind.
All the BM.
Yeah, but then he finally got the belts. They do belts instead of trophies in Madden esports. So he had a big old
Then
belt
the other
over
guy
his
just
shoulder.
takes the belt and leaves.
Yep. Juju Smith-Schuster.
With amazing
Kyle, did
clothes.
that guy kind of look like a real life Gary to you? Like that's what I was thinking the entire time.
He had the hair, man.
Yeah.
The hair and the attitude and
Who's
the
Gary?
jeans. Gary Oak, I assume you mean?
Yes.
Your rival
okay.
from Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's so funny to me for them to try to make that kid accessible to us, like relatable. Like we all want to be him. We all want to be up on that stage.
He looked almost exactly like the rich kid from Upgrade. Straight up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
It was that
what
vibe.
that is.
It's not. Don't see it.
It was that vibe.
Sounds right, like your musical reference. It sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. Again, it's so weird how hard they try to push Madden esports. I don't want to be condescending to anybody who is investing their time in Madden esports because it's all games, you know. But
it's just not our specific forte.
Yeah,
that's all right.
It just seems like it's more of EA paying for it than the community putting it up.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like this would just if EA wasn't fronting all the the money, this would just
there
disappear.
wouldn't be like an organic scene probably as
Exactly,
much.
yes. So Damiani brought up a fact sheet. Is this full screen, Damiani?
What? Can I see this?
To viewers at home? We'll read it off.
I can bring it up.
No PvP?
Okay, so we have some facts about Anthem from Game Informer.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a game that would have PvP.
Why not?
What are you talking about? You need a PvP mode. That is a huge omission. That is huge.
Here's the deal. I think everyone has been assuming that it's Destiny.
Because they've sold it like Destiny.
It is. Yeah. Kinda. I don't know, it's BioWare, though.
When you go and you have a trailer where it's like, hey guys, you ready to go kill this thing and get some loot? Like, what do you expect?
That's
you
co-op. That's co-op.
Yeah, but come on.
But like, you could have story at the base. Like, you got that in Destiny.
It's
It's like
are completely fabricating this out of nothing.
No co-op story decision.
The fact I think is really funny is no snow or desert areas.
Just so you know.
That is shocking. No PvP. That's
crazy.
Shocking. Is that something?
30 FPS on
Is that something they're holding in reserve to release down the line?
I really think it's not part of the intention of the game, dude.
Maybe there's like
it's not.
Maybe there's a world event later where
Straight up,
there's
I think
splits into factions.
No romances. No AI party members.
Yeah, let's go through each of these. So cosmetic-only microtransactions, no loot boxes, we got that. Thank you, Damiani, for putting this up. 30 FPS on consoles, unlocked on PC. I think consoles will still struggle to hit 30 FPS with this game.
The non-pro tier consoles, for sure.
Yeah. No snowy or desert areas. What a funny fact.
Yeah.
Like somebody said, what kind of variety is there? Are there snow or desert areas? And some poor developer had to say, no.
No. Not at this time.
Will be games as a service. Yeah, we knew that. Likely the only one in the series is really interesting, though. Because people kind of assume that when Destiny said it's a 10-year game, like, oh, it's only one game for 10 years? Like, no, obviously not.
So Anthem is.
But Anthem is.
For now.
For now.
It's funny how people are just doing MMOs, but in a way that trick people into thinking that they're fun.
Not having PvP, that cannot be understated how big of a blow that is. There is a huge, huge, huge audience for PvP, not only in video games, but in Destiny 2. That is a huge part of that game. And this is directly going up against Destiny. So by not having PvP, you're alienating a huge core of people. I'm just shocked. I'm blown away.
I mean,
to me, we're good on that. We can move forward.
It's not like really a BioWare thing, yeah.
Well, to me though, that's based on all of our assumptions, right? Like, I mean, Ben is right.
Well, they did have
like,
the Mass Effect
like...
PvP that was.
Sure.
It's just more options. Like you don't have to. You don't have to engage. You don't have to engage in PvP if you don't want to ever. Like, it's there if you want to.
Right.
It's just more options.
Here's my deal.
Why wouldn't
though,
it be in the game?
Here's my deal. Like, I would prefer Anthem be like a co-op-y Mass Effect with a really good story, really good areas, really good PvE, and sacrifice PvP for that to be better. Because like you have Destiny 2 already. You know, this doesn't literally need to be Destiny 2.
Go ahead, Ben.
I super agree with everything that Ian is saying. I think the problem for me with what they showed of Anthem today is they said that they would really focus on story, and I didn't walk away going, man, I want to know more about that story.
They didn't even show the HUD. They didn't show you walk around in it.
And so if that's going to be your focus, and you are going to really put a lot of time into this world, and you're going to make us want to know more, then I would have liked to seen at least a little bit of that today. It was a lot of telling us what was going to be in there without me really getting a strong sense of it.
Who is a character that we care about?
Right, exactly.
All we know are a bunch of suits.
I mean, I definitely think that you're going to have a player character. Probably like Mass Effect. You choose male or female, and you have a character that's voiced to go through the game. I just wonder, like, I'm getting the impression by this stuff that stuff is just still, like, my guess is they've been focusing on the gameplay, the areas, that kind of stuff, the graphical fidelity, and the VO and all the, like, story stuff isn't ready to show yet. That stuff's still in flux, is my guess.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, because Destiny showed a lot of story stuff that never made it into the game.
Right.
I get that, but I mean, this game is coming soon. February 22nd, right? That's
their claim,
yeah. I don't know.
I'm very surprised.
Ben is so right. If this is a BioWare game, we should see the story.
Yeah. Like, do you think there'll be dialogue trees?
They said something about decisions.
They said there's decisions, but not co-op decisions.
No co-op story decisions.
What was the phrase? Your world, our
world, your story.
Story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the deal, man. I don't know. I'm into it.
I'm super into it.
I'm into it,
but no PvP. Like,
good.
I don't know.
How much PvP did you play in Destiny?
When I play Destiny 2, a lot. You bounce back and forth. It's a balance. It's
like, everybody
you have like
no. Well, let me ask you this.
Steak and salad.
You're one of the people who enjoys it and goes and plays it for fun on purpose, right? Because like me and like Omar and a bunch of other people, we would go in and grind our dailies and then never go back.
Yeah, but you don't have to engage in it if you don't want to. I'm just saying it's more options.
Right.
Like,
I don't know. I mean, to me, like a lot of Anthem feels. I mean, there's definitely like aesthetically a lot of Destiny in there, but I feel like
that Smash. He did the thing that that one class does.
Yeah. But I feel like a lot of it too, like really reminds me of Monster Hunter World and more of that kind of dynamic.
Yes, blood.
Okay,
and
fair
you
comparison.
Want PvP in Monster Hunter.
Fair comparison.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, like that's what those suits are for. Like they're not for like clashing with somebody else. They were like teaming up.
It's like
there are the bad guys. The bad guys have suits too.
Yeah, which is cool. Yeah, definitely. It's like Destiny meets Monster Hunter World meets like Evolve.
I don't know about Evolve, but Mass Effect.
Don't add Evolve to that. It literally looks. The environment looks exactly like Evolve.
Okay,
and
it's like rolling into the team,
and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just not fun.
Triumph as one is the slogan. Triumph.
Yeah, that's a very co-op slogan. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm on board. I just think it's a big omission, and a lot of you're going to alienate a lot of people that really, really love to engage with PvP. Like those people are just probably hard out now. Like I'm not hard out. I'm just saying it's a big omission.
To me, I just think like
this town really gives me Monster Hunter vibes. I don't know why.
I hear you.
Uncharted 4, but like to me, like it's a weird thing though because it really is just you're upset because you assumed it would have PvP. Like you wouldn't assume that, like.
Well, they've led me to believe that it's exactly like Destiny. That's what they're going for, Ian. Like,
I think that was accidental. I think that was accidental. I think what I'm trying to say is they don't want you to think this is Destiny.
For sure.
They're trying hard not to make you think it's Destiny. But I mean, it so clearly just kind of is that we're all like, it's Destiny.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. And the wound is fresh right now. I'll get over it. But again, I think it's going to turn a lot of people off.
Destiny almost had us back, and then it was $40.
I wonder how long it'll take to beat the game once you get it. I wonder if it's a small game.
And exactly, like PvP, like PvP really extends the life of a game because, like, once you grind and do all your like end game stuff, then a lot of people just chill out in PvP for a couple months while they're making more co-op content, adding the raids or other missions. Because PvP is just like random every time, and it's always fun. You don't need like new stuff for it.
I mean,
I just don't believe. I've not seen BioWare make very many short games.
Right.
So.
For sure.
I think it'll be. I mean, I think Monster Hunter World is the best analogy we've come across.
Yeah.
Like, I think it'll probably behave a lot like that, where it's these co-op missions. They said you could run them solo if you want. I don't know if that means they fill with other people or you're literally solo.
I think you're literally solo.
Yeah, and they said there's no AI control of the guys. So, like, it's like Monster Hunter World, and that story was longer than I expected it to be, and then they just keep pumping out free content after that, and it's got legs. I don't know. I think Anthem will be a lot like that.
Comparing it to Monster Hunter as opposed to Destiny makes everything a little more palatable.
So let's do that for now.
Clear. Yeah. Okay.
Anthem Hunter World.
For sure.
A Monster Hunter-like. After Madden, we got the only brand new game announcement of this entire press conference.
Oh, gosh.
But the title didn't come first.
Oh,
first we were introduced to a developer.
Let's see if I have it.
From Redwood Studios and a shoutcaster. And then we saw a match played of a tablet RTS game. Hey, did you have a tweet up, Damiani, about this game? I feel for your Command and Conquer dreams, Michael P. Huber. So glad the Easy Allies can make it. That's good, Damiani. That's good stuff, dude. Yeah, it's kind of funny. You could kind of sniff it out that it was Command and Conquer. It was kind of a fear. They were really holding
Well, they said
on
Redwood Studios for one.
Right.
Like right off the bat.
Right.
Wasn't it Westwood that did Command and Conquer?
Oh, you're right.
I don't know who Redwood is.
Redwood is EA's like main San Francisco.
Still not grabbing it here. It's still just registered.
This CG trailer was the last thing we saw of it.
It got canceled. Our reaction was the nail in the coffin.
This is what they're doing with the franchise. This is they're going hard, I would say. It's not a low budget mobile game.
No, they give it a lot of time.
This, like, if the NBA Finals weren't over, this commercial would be played during it.
Every day.
They're so mad.
It is so weird.
They're so mad it's over in 4.
Yeah, they wanted the NBA Finals prime time.
Whoever said the Kate Upton thing, Banner, who like. This commercial feels exactly like those commercials.
It would have been better if they had some cheesy.
If they like made fun of it, or like Arnold Schwarzenegger showed up,
Right.
like, da. She's cool though.
Is she?
She's got a cool jacket.
Just to go from like it doesn't even.
It doesn't even like look the same.
Yeah.
Oh man, come on.
So if you're confused why we're upset, because like the thing is, I think it's
also control is power is a stupid tagline.
Control is power. Power is
It's
control.
like a little weirdly tautological. Like
Yeah.
she's cool. She's got like a motorcycle.
She's got that like Cobra Commander helmet.
3/4 length jacket.
She
Come
has a
on.
Warlock helmet.
She's got
Stop dancing
crystal
around
embedded
it.
in her arm.
If I was tasked to make an RTS for a tablet, I don't know if I could do better than this design. You know what I mean? It's the right design for the platform. The reason people are upset is that Command & Conquer is an RTS game, like a very popular RTS game, that required a lot more strategy and processing than the game we're seeing
Certainly
now.
games lasted longer than 4 minutes.
Yeah, and also had
Which is a good call for
it had a
phones,
story that people cared about. Like people cared about the campaigns of Command & Conquer.
Question: was Brandon Jones stoked? He loves mobile games.
I don't know. Does he
No
play
slight,
anything
no
competitive
slight.
though?
He doesn't like this
Oh,
kind
he
of
doesn't
mobile
like
game.
competitive. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
that's not
Wait, he
his
played
type.
Clash of Clans.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
you're
got
right.
big into that. He had a clan and everything.
Yeah, he was like doing raids or whatever.
Yeah.
Jones gonna be pitching this hard.
Yeah, dude. Jones and Huber are going to be like playing rivals.
But I think the thing is I mean, obviously they just don't want to invest in Command & Conquer, but like the way to make this feel good is to like announce it alongside.
Right.
A main.
A remaster, just a remaster.
remaster,
yeah, sure.
You don't have to. You don't have to go big budget. Yes.
Collection, remastered
Yeah.
collection.
You can
Red
just do
alert.
that. But yeah, so I mean, fans of the franchise probably aren't too stoked, but
With new FMVs.
the new generation might be.
But hey, my thought always is, even if it's a game and a franchise you don't want, it means life. You know
Yes.
what? Like Command & Conquer is alive.
Castlevania phone game.
It's in a bad spot right now, but at least it has a pulse.
Yes.
So
Faint.
there's hope for the
They haven't
future.
pulled the plug yet.
Yeah.
Life support.
It's on life support.
It's like how Street Fighter 2 HD, like that sold so well that Capcom's like, we should make 4. We
Yeah.
should do it. It's like the same kind of thing, dude.
Yeah.
Test
It
the
can happen.
waters.
Yes.
One step leads to another.
I wonder how they're going to monetize it or if it costs money out the gate.
This one?
The phone game.
Absolutely, you
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
spend money
Energy,
on
like
They-
you can
no,
only
I mean,
fight.
like, is it a $4 game or is it free and then you buy whatever?
that. Tell me how Clash of Clans is monetized.
No clue.
No clue.
That's free to download, I'm fairly sure.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, they're making money off of it.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
making
yeah.
cash.
Insane money.
Pay to win, baby.
I assume, so basically on the bottom of the screen you had units. I bet you like can swap them out. Because you can't like build a base and you can't like build a library and educate
But that's
people
so
and
pay
they
to
get
win,
better
though.
units.
Yeah, it's
gotta
a
be
free-to-play
balanced
phone
somehow.
game.
They're probably worth a certain amount of points, and so like if you do put a really good unit in there, it's worth 80 points, and like you can
So
only.
probably you can grind up to buy them in game, but you can pay to get the currency faster.
Maybe, yeah.
It's my best guess.
Yeah. Like you can be competitive without spending money. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dumping $30 into it.
This press conference ended with a deep dive into Anthem, which we did talk a lot about just then. Not much more to say that, but I would say that I actually liked the chairs. I liked the panel.
Yeah.
I liked that was the way we discussed the game. As opposed to people just talking to us, we had Andrea asking them questions.
And I like when they show gameplay and they like cut it and resume. You know, they went into the water, cut back in the water, but like further down.
Oh, you mean the gameplay trailer?
Yeah,
that ended
yeah,
all
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I will say, like, this EA press conference, while not breaking away from their norms, was surprising in a lot of ways like that because, yeah, we had several instances of like those situations where it's like never do that in a press conference, like come out and talk forever and then show the thing, but this time it worked. And the Q&A, as soon as we saw the cards, I was like, oh, Q&A, what?
Yeah.
Like, that should have tanked it, and it didn't tank it that badly. Like it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
So it's like they went against the mold a little bit. I don't know.
And that was it.
Proud of the baby steps, EA.
Then we transitioned live into a FIFA tournament. Is that still? So it's just going
Oh,
on for
sure.
a few
Oh,
hours.
yeah, for hours.
So that's the real deal.
Yeah.
Damiani's taking us live to the FIFA tournament.
So they're not doing the Battlefield thing.
That guy.
No, they're not showing Battlefield.
Okay.
They're waiting until tomorrow.
All right.
FIFA time.
FIFA time.
World Cup hype.
FIFA time.
What is that guy from?
Which guy?
The guy on the right with the poofy hair.
They're not.
They're not
You
from me.
can't know them. There's no way.
So there's a commercial for like Axe hairdo that I just totally hate, and I think
shower
is
guy.
it that guy where he's just
No.
like, you gotta do this.
There's no way.
This is some. This is
You
some
gotta
football
guy. Let me know in the comments if that is the guy from the Axe hairdo commercial.
A bunch of women come running.
They don't do that anymore. They just
Yeah, that's good.
yeah. You know what they do? Axe does now though is the great GIF from the one thing where it's the sketch where like they're making fun of trash talk and the guy just says like the weirdest things and then everybody goes nuts. It's the GIF where he's just like.
Oh, I love that GIF.
And then somebody in front of us is going like this. All Axe commercials now end with a recreation of that GIF.
Really?
Yes.
That's weird.
It's bizarre. So
One day I'll see that GIF.
You can tell by the way that I've gone off track that we are wrapping up our conversation about the EA press conference. It is now time for ratings. Daniel Bloodworth, what is your rating of this press conference?
Are we doing letter scores or number scores?
Because I'm the moderator, we're doing number scores, and you can do any sort of decimal you want.
100-point scale.
100-point scale.
10,000 point scale.
6.8.
Why?
Because I mean, they showed some good things, but they had just weird hiccups all along the way. Like, again, the best things they showed were things that they basically didn't do. Like, they had the developers from other studios come out and show the best stuff. So, yeah, I think Andrea did a good job for the most part. I think that the sit-down thing was super weird, showing Star Wars that way. Like, just save it.
Sure.
Save it, blow it out, make us like super excited from the get-go. I think there's a lot of strange things, like with the Q&A, like how they weren't letting us just see the people. They were just looping stuff constantly. They had a lot of looping on Battlefront as well. Like, if you're not going to be showing something new, just cut away and show the person talking.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Let the background be the background.
Harsh score, but you justified it.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Huber, your grade.
6.8.
Oh!
Blood nailed it. I was on like the 6 point something-ish. I think 6. I'm going to go with Blood, 6.8. Some real high highs like Unravel 2 and Sea of Solace. Solitude.
Same word.
Feel good.
No, they're not.
Feel good moment. Felt the passion. Felt the optimism. Felt the love and respect from those games. The Battlefield trailer was cool, but I would have liked to have seen more.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Star Wars was a weird moment. The EA Sports was fine. For me personally, I'm not big on those games, but the presentation of it moved and it was fine. And then Anthem was cool. I'm boning out the PvP, obviously, but the presentation and the way that all went down I thought was great. But I think Ben nailed it with, like, if you're going to hype up this world and the story, make me care about the story.
Yeah.
I have nothing whatsoever to latch onto or to get hyped about in terms of the story. It's just, from my takeaway, it's just a loot grind. At this point in time, Anthem is a loot grind.
That's the thing, dude.
Numbers going up, getting some loot, hanging out with some buddies, which is totally cool, totally fine. Sign me up. But their messaging is, yo, this story, you have a big impact in the world.
Yeah. Right.
Make me care on that.
Another thing that's weird about the Anthem demo in a way to me is I feel like what we see is the let's go from point A to B, and we never get to B. Like, what are we actually, what is this mission actually?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just feel like we're just on the way to something that should be hopefully cool.
The tone of the size, the coloring, and the fact that it says the word combo, it's like the damage numbers feel really like arcadey to me, which seems a little weird and not in keeping with the general vibe of Anthem.
Can I say something that's unique about it that I actually kind of like is we're not killing the monster to save anybody. The whole time they're talking about how much money they're going to make from this.
Well, they're freelancers, so it's cold.
And so on the way, they're just like, oh, well, at least we get hazard pay for this. Like, oh, okay.
You'll start as a mercenary.
Oh, yeah.
Then you'll get dragged into.
I was going to say, you know, for sure you know where that story goes.
Yes.
It's like
You're Han Solo.
Yeah, you start neutral, and it's the story of starting to give it down.
You are all correct. You're right. That is probably what that is. I hate learning about factions first. Just like, these are the enemies. These are the good guys. Just characters. Always start with characters with your story, you know? It's just
and I think that maybe it's just not ready. I don't know.
Sure. They have to get the names down, get the names trademarked.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got a lot of lore in her head.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Bradley Ellis.
6.6. I thought what they showed Battlefield was a huge missed opportunity. Pretty disappointing. The esports thing was so boring.
I forgot about that.
You forgot about it. You forgot it existed because it's so bad.
6.5.
Oh.
Going down there so bad. The mobile thing was not the way to show that game.
6.4.
Like having shoutcasters and everything. Like it should have just been something like quick trailer, whatever, something like that. The indie stuff was the best stuff they did, which I think they showed Anthem. I thought was okay. They were looping a lot of stuff a lot of times. I wish they did show more. I feel like this was their opportunity to do a lot of stuff they didn't.
Let's not forget the close-up shot of the fingers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like done that for so long.
This whole press conference, they had opportunities, but they're like, we're saving that for later in the week, which is fine, but I'm grading this on the press conference itself.
Exactly.
And they didn't show me enough for me to really get super hyped.
Cool. Fairly justified. Ian Hink.
I think 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Seconding a lot of what Brad said, I think Anthem, while I think it's really cool, I'm for sure going to play the heck out of it, but yeah, kind of like what Huber was saying, there's still a little something missing. Like, I haven't glommed onto it yet. I haven't grabbed it yet. The basic framework of the story seems kind of like a remix on old territory. Like, oh, the gods are gone and they left their big machines and now we have to fight stuff. It's like, all right, like, it's kind of the same setup.
Do you think we'll know what they are by the end of the game?
Yeah. Would it be crazy if it's like, well, that'd be too crazy. Like, it ends up being like you or something. Like,
Cthulhu!
Timeline. Cthulhu!
Always. Throw Cthulhu in anything, we're good.
Yeah. I'm there.
That'd be a cool twist.
Yeah.
Supernatural
It goes straight up like Bloodborne.
Yeah. I think that's the axe guy. Ben, has chat confirmed if it's the axe guy or not?
They were humoring you and saying like, "Oh yeah, that's the guy." I have not gotten a hard
I'm guessing that
confirmation.
most of them have never seen this commercial.
I've not gotten a hard confirmation.
I don't think it is. Similar
I think we
hairdo,
kind
though.
of collectively forgotten about that.
You've all seen the commercial, chat. He goes like this. That's the last frame. Okay, Ian, sorry for interrupting.
No, that was important. Like what Brad said, and like I'm not against them having sports in the conference. Obviously, that's one of their big breadwinners. I do think that the way they did it was a little weird. Also, just like not knowing anything about that tournament, that championship, like the trailer didn't seem to paint that champion in a good light. It didn't make him likable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're telling a story. You're introducing this person.
As a
make
troll.
him likable.
Yeah.
Like, we want to be excited that he's on stage holding a thing, whereas right now we're kind of like, oh, well, there's that guy.
And the pre-written dialogue for that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
A little weird.
How do you feel after
Great
I whooped
pants,
you?
though, the other guy.
He's on right now. Juju's on.
Juju, there he is. Cool outfit. Yeah, but Unravel 2 is really good. The fact that they shadow dropped that, super awesome. It's downloaded to my PlayStation right now. And Sea of Solitude, again, that lady came out and just nailed it. I was nervous for her at first, but then she really pulled it together. I really liked it. So yeah, 6, I don't know. Nothing really blew my mind. And like you said, they only announced one new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 6, I think.
For how many like bad moments and filler there was, I think it still moved. You know, I've seen EA press conferences. How many EA press conferences we sat through where it's just like, oh my god,
I feel like that grinded to a halt like 2 times.
The Madden thing though, it was fast enough. It was like 4 minutes.
It's not even that, dude.
It was weird.
It was the mobile and like the esports thing, like that. Dead stop, dude.
Yeah.
Dead stop.
Even the live audience, it seemed like they were all like, why is this happening? Who paid for this to happen? Like, who's making money because of this?
That time when Drake was playing with Ninja, somebody joined the party, and Drake was like, "Oh yeah, this is just my friend Juju."
Oh.
And we all thought that was a nickname,
but it was straight up Juju.
It's him.
Oh, rad! I didn't know that was.
Yeah, same guy.
That's cool.
Ben, please pull in closer to the light as you tell us your grade.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a 5.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah. I think the Command and Conquer demo might be the worst thing we see at a press conference. And it really frustrates me when they say things like, "Hey, you know, we are listening to you guys. We want to improve. We care about you as fans." Showcase a Command and Conquer mobile game in that way really, I think, undercuts that message by a lot. I thought the esports thing with the Madden guy was horribly presented. I didn't think he was interesting. Like Ian said, I didn't like him. But the real sticking point for me is Anthem. And real quick, I thought Unravel 2 and Sea of Solitude were great. They were presented really well. I got a good sense of what those games are going to be about. I was excited to see more. But Anthem, we've talked about the story. I would have been happy if they gave us like one of any category. Like, show me what a mission is like. Tell me what these classes actually do. They didn't even show off the Interceptor at all. How does combat work?
Weapons,
how do you get
dude.
a combo?
Yes.
You flash combo a lot. Couldn't you at least tell us how that is triggered and what that means and why that's fun? But it looked good. I want to play it. I think it'll be interesting. I think it was just really frustrating that we didn't get a little bit more. I felt like they only took me halfway with Anthem, and I wanted them to take me all the way.
Michael Damiani, are you prepared? No, we got another tweet. Wow, buyer beware. Unravel 2 what? What did the rest of it say?
No online co-op. Local.
Does not have online co-op. Local only.
Good.
I mean, that's not surprising to me.
Yeah, it's like a way out.
It's $20.
Oh, no, way out's online. No?
$20.
Way out, yeah,
$2.
online. Is online, yeah.
Damiani, are you out? Was that a deal breaker for you, dude?
You guys just have to play together.
That announcement's not a deal breaker for me, no.
Okay. So what's your grade, dude?
I think the best part of it for me was, besides Unravel, was Sea of Solitude.
Yeah,
no doubt.
And everything else just kind of was a snooze fest to me. The stuff they needed to make exciting, I didn't feel excited about in the least. And
you're talking Anthem.
Yeah, especially including Anthem. And I think that is a big problem for EA. They need to figure that out quickly. I agree with some people I saw in a chat. I don't think that February release is realistic.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah, not at all.
Not a chance.
It just felt very, boring, plain, and just no surprises. It's like, and it kind of felt like, what's even the point? Why do they even have this? Like, why are they even doing this? Like, why?
The press conference on the whole?
The conference. Like, it felt almost pointless to do.
It's eyeballs, dude. What do you mean it's pointless? You always want attention. You want people to be aware of your games.
Yeah,
and
it's for.
Do you think it had a negative
I think they could have
impact?
put out like a trailer or a produced video, like a direct sell thing, and like this needed to be live in this big thing. I think they.
Well, it's conjunction with their EA Play. They like that.
Yeah. I know
live demo thing.
they should just do the EA Play and forget about like doing a press conference or a live component of that. Maybe stream the gameplay parts, like the tournaments, where there's actual gameplay, like what we're seeing now with FIFA. But the announcement part of it is they just don't do it right. I think they're executing it the worst of any of the press conference. The companies holding press conferences in the last few years. Just
penalty
really
kicks.
Bad.
That was sick.
Brutal.
Yeah. Like this is way more interesting than most of the conference right here, and I'm watching.
Because it's just people playing games and having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah, so. I didn't feel fun. I get that.
But I mean, on the other hand,
Andrew Renee was having fun.
Yeah. If they just did this though, we wouldn't cover it.
Right.
They wouldn't get free.
Yeah, they would not get all the eyeballs if it was just this. You're totally right. I'm going to give it a 5.5. And
what, Damiani? What was your score?
Sure. It's a little. I'll give it like a 3.5 out of 10.
Wow. Nice. I do think the highs were high, is why I want to give it a 5.5. I want to give them credit for trying new things, for trying out Andrea as a host. I think they should do it again next year. I think that would work.
She did a good job.
And yeah, I mean, those indie games aren't just like the most interesting games. They were the most interesting presentations of them, and thorough presentations of them as well. I really liked the way that it presented. Like, I probably won't play Unravel 2, but I love how it was presented. I really, really think that was the right way to sell that game. It's perfect. And of course, it's a shadow drop. So yeah, I'll give that a 5.5. So, We got a lot of things to look forward to this week. That was not the best press conference of E3.
No.
Uphill, baby.
And that's why I feel like that's why my score is always a little higher with EA too. It's kind of a solo situation where your expectations are so low that anytime they even do any like cool things like Sea of Solitude.
Yeah.
Yes. Solitude.
You got it.
Solitude, not
just call it SOS.
SOS.
That's what she called
and,
it.
Unravel 2. Sweet.
As we've given our scores, it is now time for the sweetest moment, brought to you by Sweet Justice. Yes. I think it's between two things, obviously.
Obviously.
So it's those two games. It is Unravel 2 and it is SOS. Which one do we give it to?
I like the Unravel 2 Shadow Drop, just to not really know that that's coming, and then it's like
pretty awesome. That's pretty right sweet. Here. All about hope, second chances, and never giving up. That was the message.
That speech, though.
It's a good speech.
The Sea of Solitude speech?
Yes.
Both.
You want to give it to both of them? You can't. It's got to be one moment.
You got to pick one sweetest moment.
It's not the sweetest moment. It's the sweetest moment.
But are we collectively deciding one sweetest moment?
Yes, collectively we're deciding the sweetest moment of the EA press conference.
High stakes.
Yes.
High stakes.
Ben, do you have a take?
For the sweetest moment?
Yeah.
The shadow drop with the demo of Unravel 2 was fantastic. I think Sea of Solitude will stick with me longer.
I'm with
Let's
Sea of Solitude.
Give it up to SOS.
Sure.
Let's do it. Ian, you're not sold?
I mean, I just think Sea of Solitude looks incredible.
Yeah.
But you can't compete with a game coming out that second. That is so hype.
Keeping it really
that is so
under
good.
wraps the whole time.
Also,
and everything,
we had no inkling. We knew Unravel 2 was a thing. It had been announced 2 years ago. There was like not a lot of buzz about it, but like to just drop a full-on game without any of us suspecting it. Wario 64 probably didn't even know they were going to do that.
Damiani, let me hear your take. Which one is sweeter?
Sea of Solitude. I respect the shadow drop. I do, but I think as much as we say what you talked about earlier, Kyle, about you don't reveal a game the way you technically revealed Sea of Solitude, but how well it worked with the message it had to send, and seeing the actual game, that kind of tilts me towards that direction a little bit more. Plus, it looked like the main character, was it Kara? Kay, thank you. Looked like she was turning into Hal, like bird form Hal from Howl's Moving Castle. I was like, yes, here we go.
So it's a big plus for a sweet
moment. For a second, I thought
a sweet moment.
I thought Damiani was just going to say Sea of Solitude and then nothing else.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Okay. I guess let's just vote. Let's do a vote on it.
I think we're good.
Yeah, Sea of Solitude.
Sea of Solitude?
Sure.
Give it up.
It seems like more Sea of Solitude than Unravel 2.
The Sea of Solitude premiere is your sweet moment, brought to you by Sweet Justice.
Yeah.
And I think we have a message from Sweet Justice right
responsive.
now. Damiani, is that prepared?
Give me 1 second.
Okay, we'll give him 1 second. So this is basically it for today. We're going to go offline. We're going to come back after the message. But tomorrow, starting at what time?
Early.
Yeah.
Set the clock.
No, I think it's not that early. It's like 11.
No, I think
it's 11. It's 11.
Our
It's
call
11
time
a.m.
is 11.
Yeah, the Microsoft conference is at 1. So we'll be doing the pre-show at noon PST.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, look for us at noon PST. If noon PST is nonsense to you, please check out easyallies.com, and all of our schedule will be in your time zone. So you don't have to worry about a thing.
Internet magic.
Yeah, and we'll obviously be streaming E3 all week long. Here's our message from Sweet Justice.
We'd like to thank our E3 sponsor, Sweet Justice, a sound design company from the southern shores of the UK. They've worked on some of the biggest AAA titles, the most refreshing indie titles, and collaborated with the best development teams in the world.
Thank you, Sweet Justice.
Thank you, Sweet Justice. Yes.
Yes.
More hype tomorrow. Who's moderating Microsoft?
I'll be moderating Microsoft.
Ben Moore. Ben, give us a tease of why we should be excited for the Microsoft press conference.
Because I feel like Microsoft has potentially the most room to surprise us.
Yes.
And they've claimed that it's their biggest E3 ever or something like that.
Thank you, Ian. I've been trying to sell that all week.
Yeah, that's what they've
It's the
claimed.
biggest E3 ever.
It's easy to say that.
I definitely think there's the most mystery there. It's like I was just trying to again like prepare things, like get thumbnails and stuff ready, and I'm like, Xbox What? I don't know. I don't know what Xbox
Blood
is
could
going
not
to
make
have.
the thumbnail ahead of time.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Cyberpunk.
That's Microsoft again,
dude. That's gonna be the thumb.
Sure.
Shadow drop.
I have another sell potentially for tomorrow.
Oh, please.
And I think it's a better sell.
Oh.
So,
okay.
You know, last night,
perfect sell.
I think it was easier to fall asleep because you knew you were waking up for EA.
Yeah.
That was just the way that it was.
Mhm.
We don't
I
choose
had
our
two.
emotions, right? But tomorrow, E3 is really starting.
Yes.
And then I'll do Microsoft, and then that's leading into a Michael Huber Bethesda.
Ooh.
And that's just a pretty powerful combination.
Yeah.
We're not going to be having any sleep tonight, and so we're going to be already loopy by the time noon rolls around. It's going to be crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be live all day tomorrow. Should we just go
All day.
through everything we're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, let's do it.
Run it down,
We're doing
Kyle.
Xbox.
Run it down.
And then after Xbox, we're going to do some gameplay impressions from stuff that Brad and Jones are playing today, as well as maybe some of the Judges Week stuff that Jones hasn't gotten to yet.
Nice.
And then...
What are you playing today?
Can I say? Is it a secret?
I don't know that I can say.
Not gonna say.
Bloodworth tease.
We're not allowed to say.
I don't know. I don't know that I can say.
That makes it exciting. Okay. We're gonna talk about some
We
things I
live
can't
in
talk about right now.
In a confusing, intermeshed web of embargoes.
Yeah.
And we never know what we can
Things
talk
that
about.
don't make sense, actually.
and
The
not talk
embargo
about.
doesn't really make sense to me,
So,
but so that's why I
sometimes
don't
there'll
know.
be an embargo and a game will be out.
Yeah.
Like it's happened.
Right.
Yeah, they're like, don't talk about this until 3 days after the game comes out. It's like, what?
But then 4 o'clock, Damiani is hosting a Nintendo predictions show with Game Explain.
Yeah.
And my good old friend Jonathan Metz.
Great guest.
Who used to be from Nintendo World Report.
See, that I thought we were keeping a secret. That's big stuff.
That's public.
Yeah.
Game Explain.
That's fun.
The one and only.
Yeah.
No checks.
And then after that,
checks.
yeah. Then after that, we go into Bethesda pre-show, and then we'll talk about Bethesda and keep a little eye on Devolver, see what they do.
For a post show. Yeah, we'll keep an
Yeah.
eye on it.
Yeah, keep an eye on it.
Maybe a little
Keep an eye on it.
There
window
will
just
be
keeps
at
getting
least
smaller and
one awesome-looking game from Devolver.
They're gonna shadow drop
at
something.
least.
Did you see that? The people were like, are they going to announce Metal Wolf Chaos 2?
Yeah, from software.
I think just a remaster. I think they're just gonna do
probably a
one.
remaster.
What? Anything Metal Wolf Chaos
Would be really
would
cool.
be insane.
Yeah.
That'd be
My
nuts.
guess is just
And
remaster.
then Monday, things are crazy. Starting at 9 a.m., we're doing a pre-show for the Square Enix conference. Then that happens.
Oh
gonna
my
be
goodness.
gnarly.
First one since 2015.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
I think it might be one of the best. I think that thing's gonna blow us away.
It's gonna be bizarre. It's gonna be awesome.
It will be one of the best or one of the worst.
Or one of the worst.
That's the two handles.
I know
we're
there's
gonna
not a
have
lot
on
of
that.
enthusiasm for Just Cause 4, but it shows well in trailers.
Jones will be very excited.
Yeah. It's gonna have a good trailer.
Oh yeah.
Then the post-show, that will roll smoothly into the pre-show for Ubisoft.
Ooh, no nice transition.
Which we're then gonna watch their conference, which is at 1 PST. And then that, during the post-show of the Ubisoft, the PC Gaming Conference is happening, which will kind of do both at the post-show.
I think we'll have like a bigger window for them and just kind of keep tabs.
Keep tabs.
Yeah.
Watching it, talking about Ubisoft. Then after that, we'll dissect probably Ubisoft and PC Gaming show before we roll into the pre-show for Sony.
Yes.
Which starts at 6, theoretically, PST.
Sony?
Is that right? It says 6 to 8:30 p.m.? Have they said it's going to be that long?
We're doing our post-show.
Post-show as well.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday morning, bright and early,
Nintendo
Direct.
Nintendo.
Yes. 9 PST. We are doing a pre-show for that starting at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's on Damiani too, right? He's moderating that one?
Yeah.
For sure.
Cool.
And then it's just, we're on the floor and talking about
82
stuff
appointments.
we see.
We're going to play a lot of
every night.
games. We'll see how many we can actually talk about.
Well, I think that's something unique about Easy Allies coverage is that our games coverage happens at night. We don't have a spot on the show floor.
Yeah.
And so basically we come home every night and just talk and talk and talk and talk until it's time to go to bed.
We sacrifice going to the year's hottest parties to bring you hot takes on games you've never heard of.
We could be rubbing elbows with celebs.
Drake might
We
be
will,
there.
anyways.
We could be
Who's
sharing
to
drinks.
say?
But we'll be in the trenches, giving the news.
It's so much more fun.
Yeah, it rules, dude. I love it.
So much better.
This may surprise you.
We want to be in the trenches.
None of us are really party animals anyway.
Yeah.
I'll be in that Raccoon City booth.
Yeah. Crying openly.
Yeah, dude, they'll have a storefront, right? That's what I'm imagining. Is they'll have like a storefront.
Kendo's gun shop.
Yeah, it's gonna be the gun shop.
That's what I'm imagining their booth will be.
Yeah,
Let's go.
dude.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I'll happily.
Like, you better just hang out there.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, I'll just be there.
Like,
Cool.
if
you're looking
get some
for me, I'll be
lunch,
there.
get some lunch, go over there.
Check out the betting special if you haven't yet. Brad and I competed in our evently, not annual because we do it for every
Evently is
main,
right. I like that.
main event.
Evently.
Evently betting special. We placed some for fun wagers on a lot of crazy things happening in the press conferences and on the show floor. I think I've got 2 points already.
Wait, for what?
They showed a prequel character.
Not in Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, in Kingdom Hearts.
That was very particular.
Dang, I thought it was at all. I was like so happy. I was like, yeah, Grievous.
And not a single big boy slipped.
Nope.
No
We
big
saw
boy slipped.
football players. They were
Saw
all
a
pretty
couple
on
Shadow
big
drop
boys.
though.
Yeah.
We've already got the shadow drop.
Got one.
One shadow
One
drop.
of like
Check it
7.
out.
Not for that.
Yeah.
No, but for the other one.
You need 2. I think it was will there be more than
will
one?
there be more? Oh.
No, will
at
there be
least
0?
one.
Yeah, it was 0.
Yeah, so I got that one.
You got that's a point right there.
Anyway, watch that. That's pretty crazy.
Alte, tomorrow I'm going to be at YouTube. Should I promote that or just say I won't be here?
Promote what
You already did. You just did.
I just did both. Best in the biz.
We should thank everyone watching. Like, that's why we're here.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you to our moderators for keeping what I assume is a ungentle stream of comments under control. Thank you so much for those people.
That'd be crazy.
Thank you to everyone who worked on the graphics package, which is so intense. We did not do that ourselves.
Yeah. Had help.
Had a great deal of help. Thank you, Damiani, on the boards.
You're welcome.
Perfect.
Yeah, and thank you to everybody here. Thank you to
I
everyone
did
watching.
take a lot of self-control not to blurt out a leak.
Blurt out a link?
A leak.
Oh, we gotta talk once the cameras are off.
Yeah, don't blurt it out.
Okay,
So
all right.
ruin
We're trying to go leak free this year. We got a lot of complaints about that last year.
We
so
don't
we're
want to
trying
know about like From Software and like
you know. We're trying to
If
be
leaks
cool this
happen
year.
like 5 minutes before or something, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So see you around for E3. See you next tomorrow. See you tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow afternoon.
Bye, everybody.